Hey everybody, how's it going? Should be up and good. It's 36 degrees roughly, so it's pretty cold out tonight, very crisp. Again, you have to comment so that I know you're there. But I'm gonna head for the door. Grab my bag here. Hi Cindy, it is freezing, so I'm not gonna blame anybody if they don't come tonight. And you know what, Cindy, if not worst case, I will always be here reading your comments. Very brisk. I have to ask about the car lights.
You gotta bring up the other two we talked about. You didn't put in minutes, but you can bring it up.
Whose red car is out front? Has the lights on? Red one? It's not, it don't turn on. Leaves the lights on like Motel 6?
It'll turn off.
Okay.
No, but I was actually on the, they probably had a confirmation for that. So I got on the phone while I was.
Is there someplace specific you'd like me to be?
It's gotta be in that far corner.
Thank you.
It's got.
Please.
It's not hard to research. We found what I have.
A lot of times if you send them off, you tend to do it, and then you're gonna take it.
Dan and I found four that I got dates for.
Here, that's gotta be back in the corner too.
You can't deny me audio up here. You're not able to.
Back in the corner, that's what it says in the resolution.
You can't deny me audio.
I just did, the resolution was voted and passed.
So it through the window, and then it wants to
It can't be on the table.
The hell can it's
No,
not.
it cannot, the resolution,
create.
that's a borough recording. That's the boroughs.
We've had phones on the desk forever.
Not anymore,
So then I
the
looked on
resolution denies it.
having it.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, read your resolution.
No, it's illegal to deny him that.
I'll look into it.
Read
It's
the
against,
resolution.
it's against his First Amendment right.
Read the resolution.
And I got
That resolution is in the sunshine act. You gotta go for it.
I'm not here recorded, I'm telling you, I'm recording.
It's recorded, but you gotta hand it
Just so
over.
you guys know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go ahead and put my tripod in front.
Show me.
Dana, can you bring a copy of that resolution?
I have to hand hold my recorder. So I'll hang on to it, what's the big deal then? I don't give a
I
shit.
wanna see where it says handbook.
Yeah, he's making the shit up as he goes.
Thank you.
You sure it's still there?
That's what I asked about it.
I don't know what happened, but it was,
Here you go.
to see when I get in the office. Oh, yeah,
January?
Yeah.
That's advertising the water.
Number 4.
You're the educator.
Baps, Callan.
Shall be powered by the handheld. It's a handheld. It's not mounted, the chair tables are up. Yeah, it's not mounted. It's a, no, it's a handheld item, it's a handheld item.
I've had my phone on this car.
Yeah.
Well, it says all recording and streaming devices shall be powered by their own source and handheld.
No, it's a handheld item, it doesn't say it has to be handheld, it says it can't be mounted.
It says all recording and streaming devices shall be powered by their own
Read the rest of it, it's,
and not on the mounted chair.
no, Chris, that's
Okay, look, and not on,
Okay.
not,
not on or mounted to chairs,
it's
tables, or.
it's not mounted.
Or,
Chris, you can't get primary license.
You got that document, the 36 items, I got it on my phone.
Yeah, your phone.
Yeah.
Playing games.
Why is it recorded there at Dan has it recorded?
She's recording the meeting for the borough.
Why are we recording here?
You're not for the borough, you're doing it for your own.
What are you recording there?
I was recording for the borough.
Well, he's
We
recording-
are the borough, you bonehead.
But you're not recording, that's not your phone,
Yes, it is.
that's her phone.
It's right now.
Oh, in here, I found this, we need to advertise for. She gave it to you. This was back
She did give it to me.
3/7.
If I decide I don't like it, we'll give it back to her.
Yeah, so.
I
They never did.
I don't know what's
We're gonna be doing it.
You hide nothing, you have nothing to hide.
Yeah, that's what,
I
okay.
agree. I fully agree.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Alright, so I fully agree.
Yeah.
No, I
Borough at the balance sheet.
Now, we still have to have a meeting to approve.
Yep. I don't know what this is here, but budget.
Oh, no. I know,
We done this on here.
That law's changed.
No, it's not. That's a party change, don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
They voted
That's
on
the
it.
First Amendment right.
Voted on it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Call the meeting to order. Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call vote. President, yes. Vice President, Bob.
Yes.
Michelle. Leo. Cindy Burrows.
Yes.
Hank.
Yes.
Mansell.
Yes.
Mayor.
Yep.
Secretary.
Here.
Okay, copy of the minutes for November 14th, the regular meeting. Did you have a chance to read them over?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from November 14th meeting.
Motion made to accept the minutes for November 14th by Cleo Russell.
I second it.
second. Roll call vote. President, yes. Vice President Bob.
Yes.
Michelle, absent. Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy,
No.
Hank,
Yes.
Mansell.
No.
Vote is one absent, 4 yes, 2 no. Motion passed to approve the minutes. Payment of the bills.
Thank you, sir.
Well, no, how's it going?
One better.
Oh, that? Yeah, but I don't have that. I don't have that.
Yeah, those- those were the last one.
Okay,
Thanks.
there it is.
Got it.
The bill for Course Vector LLC, that is, I believe the dollar amount for the,
PSAB
for the,
website.
for the borough website. And there'll be an additional $600 of that from PSAB.
No, that was already,
This is the total. Is that per year or one shot?
next year it would be 600.
Okay, so it's $1125 this year, $1,200 after that.
And if you have, the employee, how much employees made?
Yeah, we talked about separating it out, how much?
Yeah, I have it under payroll right there on,
Oh, okay.
it's at the bottom, there before the total.
That's all the employees, all the guys?
Yeah,
It should be
yeah.
both secretaries and, all in
Yeah, but it should
the
be
men
separate.
employees. Is that
There
correct?
was one, because it was November 15th to December 5th.
Okay,
So
so,
it's a short period, so there
Okay.
was only 1 2-week
okay.
period in there.
How, will you know how that is divided out, how much the borough pays and how much the water sewer pays?
I can find that out. If you want it put out like that on here, on the AP report.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do 60/40, I don't know how it works now.
Oh, okay.
The 60/40
I just put it all
was the
together.
water
Water
and
sewer,
sewer.
right. We need to know that and how much is actually the borough pays also.
All right, I'll separate it.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the bills.
Who's Daniel Roberts?
I make a motion to pay the bills.
Who's Daniel Roberts CP, or Daniel Rogers CPA?
That's the one that's doing the 2021 audit.
The auditing firm.
So they're done?
No, that's just the first
He,
installment.
I did find out today, he will be done by the end of the year and have the, audit into DCED.
I think he quoted us 10,500.
I think so, it was around there somewhere.
That was for the 2021, right?
That, yes,
I'll second. Motion.
Roll call vote. President, yes. Vice President Bob.
Yes.
Michelle, absent. Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy,
No.
Hank,
Yes.
Mansell.
No.
Okay, motion passed 4-2 to pay the bills. You have a copy of the balance sheet. Treasury report, see the report? You can be looking at over, public comments on the agenda. Who's got comment about the agenda? All right, go ahead.
I would like to know why you are transferring money out of the water and sewer to the borough general for the 2023 budget. budget, but yet you're lowering the tax rate for 2023.
We're not, it's budgeted to transfer the 23, budget, which would be done a year from now. That should be changed to 2022. We're transferring $28,000. That was budgeted, interfund operating has been budgeted in 20, 21, 22, and it's budgeted again for next year.
Yeah, but we, back in May 27th meeting, had a discussion about the 28,000, and we were putting it back, and that was never discussed again.
Was it,
With-
it's in the minutes?
Yeah,
And it was voted on, not to,
no, there was no vote, but there was a discussion way back on, like I said, May 27th about it, and nobody ever did anything about it.
well, I mean, it's in
The
the,
CP
it's in the budget to transfer those funds.
What are we using those funds for?
Those funds are used for, our employees that do things in the borough that, don't get accounted for. And it also offsets the taxpayers in the borough.
You can't use sewer and water funds for borough.
Well, we can.
You know you can't.
Everybody here
Hey,
had
okay,
comments on it.
now listen, if we couldn't do it, the auditor would tell us we couldn't do
The
it.
attorney said you couldn't do it.
The attorney told you to put the
Where,
money back.
where
I
is
give you
that?
guys all a copy.
Where's the
of it.
documentation?
You got administration.
Here it is, 30,000 from the water fund and put in general fund. This needs to be put back in the fund. Motion to put the water sewer made by Mansell Odell to put it back. It passed 6-1, and that was back on July 5th.
Let's see that. This is the minutes here?
Yep.
This is, you're talking about two different things. This 30,000 is not the interfund operating budget transfer. This 30,000 goes back to like 2018.
Where's the 28,000 come from then?
It comes from the water and sewer.
And you put it in the borough fund?
Yes.
You can't.
You can't do that.
Well, you will certainly, if you couldn't, the auditor would tell us we couldn't.
The attorney said you couldn't do it.
Yeah, the attorney
You,
did.
you haven't shown me that.
I give everybody a copy when I got the letter. I got a copy of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I have another question.
where's your documentation? We don't, this is a
Can I
comment period.
piggyback on your first question?
Okay,
This is a comment time. Go ahead.
she wants to piggyback on mine.
If I remember correctly, Mansell, the $28,000 that goes from the water and the sewer back to the borough is a repayment as it relates to the debt of the water and sewer. It's not?
No.
They're not using it for that, though.
But that's what it was supposed to be.
It can be used for anything.
No, it can't.
Okay.
Oh, we got the documentation.
Okay, I have my,
Okay.
Yeah.
alright, I would like to know why we are hiring another law firm to assist our solicitor. Why can't our solicitor do our own work?
Well,
And what are we paying that new law firm?
we'll get to that when we appoint them, if we appoint them.
It's done under new business.
Any other comments?
We'll answer.
Well, actually, yeah, I do. I'm going back to what you just said, Anna. So it's my understanding that there's an overall law firm called McCormick Law Firm, and you have one component of it, the Kenyon man.
Yes.
That is now the solicitor.
Yes.
So you're telling me that the McCormick Law Firm is not large enough to be able to pony up another lawyer?
We'll discuss that when it comes time to appoint that, okay?
And furthermore, what you're doing with this is, you're asking to hire another law firm at the expense of taxpayer funds to assist the solicitor on the issues from DEP and EPA that really sit very firmly in those seats.
EPA sits very firmly in the seat?
No, you guys sit firmly in those seats.
Right, yep.
Yeah, exactly, I'm glad you agree with me. So, you created this issue, and yet you're expecting, no.
Sorry, no.
You collectively, as a group of individuals, created that. I would love to know,
Okay,
when the time comes, who is the name of this law firm? And I would like to know whether or not there is any connection to any seated members at this council table.
that's fine. That'll be answered if it's approved, okay? As far as us creating the problem, the uninterrupted service was supposed to be finished under your watch in 2019, which it never was.
You're very good at deflecting, but the problem is,
That's-
you are in the seat.
You inherited it.
You're right, you said that, you're absolutely right.
Actually, let me clear it up a little bit. When she was in office, I tried to get this done before you actually took office. You guys
Get what
refused,
done?
the generator. You guys refused to give me any information. You told Jimmy Joe not to talk to me.
That had nothing to do with uninterrupted, because Jimmy Joe was not when she was the president in 2019, they were dealing with Larson Design, they weren't dealing with,
Then Jimmy Joe come on.
with Jimmy Joe. Jimmy Joe came along in 2020.
No.
When did Jimmy Joe come along?
2019.
Jimmy Joe was not hired until 2020, when Larson was fired.
I worked with him. Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, anyway, it
Well,
doesn't
you
matter.
guys.
Chris, I have one more question.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Since our town is in such bad shape, money-wise, everything else, why in the world would you guys lower the tax rate? How
Who
are
said,
you, how do
who
you?
said the borough was in bad shape?
Are you serious, Gordon?
Yeah, tell me what's,
Nothing's being repaired.
What's being repaired? What has been done?
all the maintenance is done at the sewer and water plant, the potholes have been patched, Mill Street has been repaired,
EPA is breathing down our back. DEP is taking us to court 3 times over.
okay,
We got
But everything
fines
is
galore.
hunky-dory.
okay?
You don't think we're gonna get more fines off of all this?
Well, that's what,
That's why they're getting more lawyers.
that's what
Throw money at it.
Okay.
Throw money at it.
okay, now, if you really wanna discuss where the issues are,
Here we go.
okay? You people on that council was part of the $800,000 loan, okay? And then on top of that, you raised the taxes 42%.
No, we
We
didn't.
did not raise
You're-
the taxes.
that's a Gordy mess.
42%. And number one,
Okay,
part of that, no, you said you people, so I think I can answer that, please. And I'm not gonna argue with it, I'm just stating my thing. That part of that 800,000 loan was what we took over from the authority that you guys owed money. We had to pay off all your loans and everything else before we could take it over. So before you keep telling everybody that, let's make sure you let everybody know the authority was in debt too and owed money.
absolutely.
So
But they
we
were
had to
within
take over
budget.
your loans,
No,
pay
they were
your
never in
bills
budget.
off.
So why did you
And
take over the loan?
And by the way, Gordy,
To
when
get things
when
done.
we took out money, we went and had the
Okay.
green sand redone and stuff. Did you, when you borrowed $200,000 twice from the borough, twice, go back through the minutes years ago, did you pay the borough back for that $200,000? And do not say yes, because it shows where you asked.
Okay, the $200,000 was borrowed by the water authority from the borough,
To
okay?
replace the green sand, it specifically says that in the minutes.
No, for maintenance, okay?
Okay, Gordy.
Okay, and then the second thing is, they made every payment every month until the water authority was taken over by the borough council. And at that time, the borough council had to take over their debt. The borough council did not pay 1 penny on that debt to this day, okay?
Really? Okay,
All right, okay?
so.
And then
we
how much,
inherited all that.
in your
Do you
3
think
minutes
The
are
borough was
up.
actually gonna pay itself back when we were trying to pay what we owed?
what?
So do you actually think that we would go ahead and pay back that when we already had to pay out another 200,000 to fix the green sand that you did not fix?
The green sand was 200,000?
No,
How
there
much
was
was
other
it?
things that were done.
Well,
There
okay,
was other repairs
I
that were
proved,
done.
I proved a year ago, and Lucy Losi read it, where that $200,000 went. It went for ongoing expenses, including dinners for the borough council.
I did not
It
approve
did
that,
not.
thank you very much.
You read it.
said you showed me the paper, so does it say that there? And I
Yeah.
said, yes. I didn't, where was your proof? Or did you show me receipts? I did not say
I
that.
showed you the
didn't
list of
believe that
checks
was
where the
true.
money went.
You
And you
threw
looked at it.
that in my face and said, you
Alright,
see
alright,
what's written there.
okay.
I did
Your
not
3
know
minutes are up,
anything more about
okay.
it than that.
Any other, comment on the agenda?
Throw me under the bus.
Any other comment on the agenda?
You wanna discuss the shut-offs now?
Yeah, it's on the agenda.
Okay. Well, the last meeting you had, several council members was under the impression that nobody gets their water shut off in Lawrenceville.
I remember one council member saying that.
I said it too.
I don't remember anything else.
It doesn't matter,
Go ahead.
it was stated up there.
Yep.
I said, you always
And,
say
and, and I told you that I would go research that, so I have. I went over and met with Dana, and in 5 minutes, we don't have names, but we've got dates. There was somebody shut off on 11/5 of 20, 8/26 of 21, 3/17 of 21, and 12/30 of 20. Plus, I've also done a little research on my own, and I know of one person that lives down next to me that's had their water shut off more than once over several years. And another, so there's 6. So what my question is,
In the last year and a half.
well, say 21 qualifies that.
You said you hadn't had none shut off that you've been involved.
You know, and so basically the last year and a half, you've got a half a dozen shut-offs.
Right.
Okay.
So what my question is why are we as council members, or you as council members, confused about that?
I'm not confused at all. I said we shut people off.
I was confused. 49, we had to go to court, we had to call social services. They finally ponied up some money for that, and we had to turn it back on. As a matter of fact, we couldn't shut it off, because they give us some money. Then they got behind again, we had to go back to court again, and there's a lot of legality. That's the only.
Well, it's understandable, right? I'm
That's
just
the court
clarifying
case
the
I
point
remember.
that we didn't know this, and
Nobody said, nobody.
Yeah, I still like a copy of that. I like to do some research myself.
I would like to have Councilman Odell bring his documentation of those court appearances for us so we could look them over.
We went to court against him.
Bring those court, against who?
Them, 'cause we were shut the water off, so they got a hold of
Okay,
social
bring us
services.
that
Social
documentation.
services said we couldn't shut the water off.
Okay, bring
So
us
then
the
we
document. Yeah.
then we finally shut it off, then they turned their well on.
I don't know who you're talking about, but it doesn't matter.
We
But
all
bring me
know.
the
Oh my God,
documentation.
Everybody knows.
We all know.
Bring me the documentation that you want to give to us, then. Please? Bring the documentation.
I'll look for it, Gordy.
Okay, y'all done?
that's all I have.
You were actually right. There's been shut-offs, and I agree with you, and I agreed with you last month.
Well, I'm not saying, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, I just wanted, for the sake of transparency, everybody up there should be on the same page.
Absolutely.
Just for the record, I said at that meeting, the only one I know I'm aware of, and that's the one that was on 49.
Right.
I didn't say there was never any. I said the one I'm aware of.
You did say there was never any.
No, I did not. I admitted to the one at 49.
Okay.
So
It's
anyway.
a standard practice to
We're-
shut water customers off per the ordinance. That's a standard practice.
Okay.
And where, and the ordinance is where?
136.
It's number 136?
Yeah.
Good, under 10%.
So how many places?
Ordinance 131 through 136 are water and sewer ordinances.
131 through 136?
Yes.
And that would tell me the procedure.
And if you wanna make a appointment, will be a separate time, we'll get them out, and we'll go through them.
Okay.
Okay, the actual ordinance, not just the bits and pieces that are in the book.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
That would give me the procedure that you have to go through.
Yeah,
I mean, I would assume that you can't just sit over there at the borough office and say, let's shut off
right,
Billy, Joe, Jim Bob,
Right.
because
yeah,
we wanna shut them off.
yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of the water, how many places have water that don't pay and don't get shut off?
How many are behind?
I don't even remember one. Then I don't know if you got shut off.
Bills that are behind,
No, somebody that doesn't get a bill, they have water and they're not paying for it.
somebody that don't get a bill,
I mean, I don't know if they get a bill or not, but they're using the water, but they don't pay the bill.
I honestly don't know of anybody that's not getting a water bill that's hooked to the water system, except for maybe some municipality, like the fire hall or the borough office or whatever. Everyone else is being billed for water service and sewer service.
Including the library.
No, they're not being billed.
Okay,
That's why I said municipal building.
okay. So nobody is getting water for free. They're getting
Not that I'm
water.
aware of.
Okay.
I can't say that, cause I do have one place and I know there's 2 apartments there, and the one had just paid, they were very, very late.
They're
and
being billed every.
The other side is not being billed, and I don't know who lives there. I talked to Mike about it, he said there's somebody living there, but Yeah,
And it's metered water going through a meter that's
Yeah.
not being billed?
yeah, with this place, I don't know if there's 2 meters, there's 1 meter. I'm assuming there's 2 meters since there's there's 2 apartments.
Okay,
At
I'll
different times.
bring that up with Michael tomorrow.
Because people moved in and out when we didn't have anybody, even when Renee, so
That's,
you're
that's
looking at
an issue
6
that we have,
months.
is landlords,
Get that done.
not being notified or notifying us when some people are leaving some.
Yes, they weren't, they are now,
Yeah.
I didn't ask who that was. I do know.
so I can't say
Guy across the street
that there's not somebody who received.
Right.
Okay, department reports, fire department report, you're up.
So I gave you the sheet, sorry we weren't here last month, but we had a fire on that day, so for the month of October, we had 8 calls, for the month of November, we had 16 calls. At the very bottom there, it brings us up to 140 calls year to date. On the second page there, it kinda has a bunch of our activities that we did. We supplied the light towers up to the Williamson School as we normally do for the month of October. These are all Octobers, but the 7th we participated in the active shooter briefing. The 9th we had the open house. The 11th we did fire prevention with Millerton and Tioga at RB Walders. The 17th we had fire meeting. 24th we did wildfire training in-house. The 29th we provided lights for Annie's trunk and treat at Annie's lot down there. The 31st we handed out candy at the fire hall, and then we discussed upcoming trainings. November, on the 6th, we had silo training with Millerton and Tioga up to Dravelby's farm. That was about a 6-hour ordeal. Very limited silo rescue equipment throughout the counties. So that was a great training that we did up there. On the 14th, we did interior training, firefighter training in-house with Elkman and Tioga. 17th, we had our meeting. The 28th, we did ladder training, truck inspections. The 4th, we had our Christmas party. Tonight, we got 4 new members over to Wellsboro currently taking fire hazmat, 4-hour hazmat awareness class. And 3 of those 4 have completed their NIMS 100 and 700 training. And then the guys at the station are doing SCBA training. So again, after tonight, we have 3 of our 4 newer members will be allowed to respond to calls tonight. Again, they're not firefighter 1s or stuff like that, but they completed the required state minimal training to go on a call. So I think that's good for us. Average is, I think age is 26, the other one's like 21, and the other one's like 35. So we got a couple newer youthful in there, and they're Eager Beavers right now. So I think that's great. We completed our 7th online raffle, which is the chest freezer. That's done. As far as the equipment, we sent engine 82. We've owned the trucks now for going on 2, if not 3 years. We sent it down to Ward's in Elmira to do a bumper inspection. It came back about $2,000 worth of things needed to be fixed on it. 8.3 is going to Niles to get PA inspected. All the oil, lube, and fuel filters, all that changed. Then that'll be going down to Ward's in Elmira to get a bumper on that. Again, we've had them now for 2 years. Patrol truck was inspected. The tanker's going over to Niles as well to get oil change, all the filters done. And the squad, we're waiting for Chilson Wilcox. We're waiting for Amir to come in on that. As far as things that we've done around the fire station, we did the blacktop on the west side by 287. Still waiting on the part for the siren. The letters were up. Those that went by and seen the letters up says Lawrenceville Fire Department Station 8. They will get lights behind them. That was all part of the project. We were just waiting for the letters to come in. We still have not been turned down from the 2021 FEMA grant, so that's a good thing. We got to be in it to win it. These are some special things for our open house that we had, but I wasn't here last month. But Victalic, they have a deal where if we have down days, their employees are allowed to spend up to 8 hours at a 5013 volunteer organization. So they come down, wash and wax the fire truck. So we want to thank them. CNN provided the drinks and food for our open house. Ken Leone and Hall's Home and Lumber assisted with our wood and lumber and sheetrock for the open house, and then we did receive $5,000 from the Knoxville Deerfield Trust grant, which can only go towards training equipment, so we can't use that money to fix fire trucks and stuff. We put in for training materials, so that's where we have. Any questions?
Lee,
Yes.
your open house was very nice.
Thank you, thank you. I gotta say, we've had two bigger fires here. We had one on Tioga River Road, and we went up to Lindley up on Riders Creek, and I gotta, not patting ourselves on the back, but you can tell where the indoor training facility is really panning out. You know, the guys know through ladders a lot quicker. You know, we get there with the newer guys, they know what to do, they understand what to do. Even though they haven't taken a state certified class, you know, we're showing them in-house. So it was really good. It was good to Elkland and Tioga guys and Millerton guys, you know, they're coming down to use the station, which makes us train as well. So it keeps us in shape. So kinda, unfortunately we couldn't get social hall, but the in-house training is definitely gonna, and that's, I guess my goal as one of the presidents, or as the president, was since we couldn't do one, let's have qualified firefighters to respond to calls. So,
Thanks, Lee.
you're welcome. We talked about the hydrants, right?
Yep.
So,
What about the hydrants?
just got a couple that we just need to, I asked Gordy what happened to the one that was by the softball field. Remember, got hit by the car and turned 90 degrees, just wondered what the status was. We don't dare use it, cause something had to get
So what's
twisted
the
back.
status of that?
Gordy's gonna check into it.
Well, we said we would
Yep,
meet sometime.
yep, you're gonna
turn it
meet
on.
sometime, shut it off.
What about the one at the end of Weaver Street?
I don't know anything about
That
that
one, that was in part of the PennDOT.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a PennDOT thing, nothing to do with us.
No, it's a leak.
It's a leak.
That's
Okay.
what he says. PennDOT installed the new valve and it leaks.
I have no
It
idea.
did like it is, well anyways, it's leaking and shut off. So far as you know,
Sorry.
you can't use that one.
Yeah, when I brought up
You
something.
can use it if you want to. You
Yeah,
just
that
shut
one I
off.
thought we could use.
Just shut off.
The only one I questioned was the one by the baseball field,
Right.
just wondered whatever happened and
We
got
discussed
twisted.
the other one.
Yep, and we discussed it, yep.
It shut off.
The hydrant at the end of the street shut off.
But that's fine, there's
Mayor's
multiple,
report?
there's multiple hydrants we can use on that
I'll just
street.
let you know, don't turn that one on,
Okay.
there's no water there.
Okay,
Yeah, the only thing I got was to make sure you tell everybody thank you for the Christmas tree lighting. I think it was a great turnout.
was.
And Mrs. Warsaw, it was great to see her and the church involved, that was awesome.
Yeah.
For the rain and for everybody there, I couldn't believe the turnout, so.
and don't forget the 17th then over at Andy's
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, over the Andes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then
don't
also-
forget that's gonna be more of a kid
Yeah.
push.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for the fire hall, thank you for everything you guys
Thanks,
did.
Chief, I appreciate it.
That's
Yeah.
all I got.
That was
Police report? You got a copy of that?
That's good.
Thank you.
And the property owner, thank you, Gloria.
That's good.
There's a copy in there and they had 54 incidents.
Yeah. Ambulance Association?
There's nothing, to report this month.
Okay, library?
Yeah, again, with what Chris said, that was a really nice report, and, Suzette, Urbano's there, they brought over another tent, so actually, everybody could be under a tent
It was
when it
great.
was pouring, so
I was
it
so
was really,
surprised.
really nice. And again, multiple organizations in town worked together, which made it even, I think, better. Don't you
Yes,
think
oh, I
so?
do too.
I think it's
Getting the
awesome.
community back is what we need.
Yeah, hopefully we
Lee's
can keep
wife's
doing
singing
it.
was great.
What's that?
Lee's wife's singing was great.
Yeah.
Didn't tell her I said that.
I will, I will.
Anyway, I did purchase solar powered motion sensitive lights, and they've been installed, and the new phone has come in, and that still needs to be installed. This past Saturday, we were open, and we offered pine cone bird feeders, and that wound up being really nice because we had like at least 5 different new kids that came into the library. So, and this one little girl was kind of cute. She was new to the area, and I think she was 10, and she came and to get a book out, and I said, "Would you want to make a pine cone?" But she didn't want to do that because she was a little bit shy. But I noticed that later on she came back. She came back and was checking us out. She rode a scooter down. So I'm like, yeah, I think we're gonna have her come in. Also, we had hot chocolate and cookies, which turned out pretty well. And this morning, there's a group of men at the church, I think I mentioned this before, that do renovations and things like that, and so they're gonna do some renovations for the library. I told them we could purchase the materials and they were gonna do labor for free, so they came this morning, and there were like five of the guys came and they checked the place out, And, anyway, they're gonna make some improvements. I think most of them are gonna be cosmetic. They didn't seem overwhelmed with any of the things that needed to be done. One of the things is the back porch, it was made out of stone and it has sunk, and so they said they'd probably take it off and fill it, and they said, well, you want the stones back? I'm like, that's free labor, just a pad of concrete will be
Right.
fine, so I'm not gonna make them do anything special, but whatever. So yeah, so I think they're gonna make some improvements over the winter, and,
Good, thank you.
yeah, it's all good.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Building enforcement zoning officer?
I forgot, just wanna contract, did we sign the contract or not?
We voted to improve, or to, increase the millage.
No, that's fine, I just wanna make sure we get it signed. And then the other thing I wanna make sure is that whatever goes to the county is the same number that's on that contract.
Yeah.
Cause the 1 year it wasn't the same, so that's why it didn't get an increase.
They hang up on that.
I know we increased it to 0.8 in the vote, and then in the budget it's at 0.8.
Yeah, just wanna make sure that
But
whatever goes to the
on
county is the
contract
same
part,
number.
I can't answer that.
Don't know, it's whatever the contract says that we sent.
Do you have the contract?
Yeah, I think that everybody needs to
I
sign
think
the
it's
contract.
0.85, isn't it?
I
think
no,
it is.
I think it was
I-
0.80.
0.8 is the millage.
Yeah, I don't think you.
It was 0.75, 0.8. Correct?
I'm with Kat on this one.
What's she said?
I thought it was supposed to be
Should be
0.85.
0.85.
Because it didn't go up, it went up the
Well,
1 year,
whoa,
and then
whoa.
it didn't go up because of the mix up with the county.
Well, yeah, but we
I'll
don't
have to
double
check
it
on
a
it.
year.
I'll have to check.
the increase.
What's that?
We're not gonna double it in a year. We're good.
But I think it was 0.8 last year.
Well, if it was if it was, I'd have to look at the,
Yeah, I
Say,
can't-
I'd
I
have to
can't
look
really
and see,
remember.
that's why I'd have to look and see too,
Yeah.
I can't sit here and
Yeah.
say numbers,
yeah.
so,
get a hold of me.
I will.
Can find it.
I will.
Well, she shouldn't have. it.
I'll call you tomorrow,
Yeah,
I just
call-
wanna
yeah.
get it signed and make sure it's the same thing that goes to the county, that's all, I want the numbers to match.
Yeah,
That's
call
all.
me Wednesday.
Building
Wednesday,
enforcement zoning officer. Don't have any. Public works, streets and dikes. Anything on public works, streets and dikes. Mill Street had been finished. Parks and recreation. Personnel and appointment. Water and sewer. I don't know if we have anything beyond what Mr. Mortimer, Barry had to comment on. One thing about the water and sewer, we did not discuss the operator's report, last month. You had a copy of the operator's report in your packet last month. New business, Tioga TCC voting delegate appointment resolution, you all have a copy of that. Is that something you wanna approve?
Everybody has to make one of those.
Okay.
Understand how it's supposed to function.
Yeah, that in your packet, that, appointment resolution.
That last page, you should get,
Is there a copy of this on the resolution on the table?
What's that?
Is there a copy of
What
it?
Is that something that,
No,
that, the
I
borough wishes to participate in, or, I mean, I don't know what good it's gonna do.
sure.
You don't have a choice, you have to send somebody.
What is it now? PCC?
Make a motion and look for a motion for Mansell to be the person that we send.
And I'll decline.
You're not gonna look like a fool.
I'm not gonna go get information when I don't know any information. Lack of thereof, because there's not sharing going on there.
So, someone wanna make or make a motion to, appoint a delegate?
Yeah, I'll make a motion, appoint Brady Joseph.
Cindy, no?
No.
Where you go?
I don't think we have a delegate to go.
Is there any other information on this? Like what the responsibilities are?
Well, what it's about?
An appointment for what?
I have no idea.
I mean, is it a 2-hour investment of time or 2 weeks? Is it, you know what I'm saying?
I have no idea.
No clue, right?
It's supposed to be a mitigation manager too.
I don't know if this is done yearly, if it's
Yearly.
done quarterly,
Yearly.
okay, well, who went in 2018?
It's brand new this year.
19, 20, 21.
Yes, it's brand new this year.
So where's all the information that comes with it?
That's the only thing that was given to me, it was emailed, and I forwarded it to you.
Point somewhat out. But was there a write-up about it?
No, the only thing I got was, that I forwarded to everyone, was from Kathy over at the,
What was about the mitigation, management mitigation that somebody's supposed to be appointed to? I know Brad Hack was in charge of it. And he never went to any of them.
Brad works second shift, I just had the same conversation at township meeting. So I think Brad's still interested in doing it, he works second shift.
Yeah, but I think if you don't go to any of the meetings, we gotta start paying something, my understanding. I don't know the full scope of it, but
Yeah, I don't
yeah, apparently he's never went to any of the meetings.
What's this Act 57?
I mean, if he wants to do it, that's fine.
No
Because
idea.
you almost gotta go to be part of that. because he
it's a
grants.
new act.
Is it necessary to have a council person be the delegate?
I didn't get any
Saying
other
that?
I
information.
don't think so.
Okay, then how about we appoint Jessica Barron to be the delegate for Tioga Borough, or for the Lawrenceville Borough?
Votes for that.
Primary voting delegate,
That was rude.
first alternate voting.
Let's table it till we get more information.
I gotta understand that
Yeah.
what it's.
I have no idea what
Love
it's
me.
about.
I don't have a problem.
You got the information
Where,
about the other two.
where do they go? Where do they go?
Yeah, we'll get the information.
So where,
What
where's
about
the
the
training
information
at?
for the
I don't know. It's up to them.
company's gonna do
Where the hell did they say yes, I
the new dollar store? They wanna meet with somebody?
We have to table, don't we?
Yeah, I just
Going
got
to
that in,
Harrisburg, or are we going to?
But that's this month, like, in a week.
No, isn't that local?
I know, I just got it today, and as soon as I got it, I
I
forwarded
mean, maybe we ought to bring that
I
up.
make a motion, we table the
Need a
One
second
I read. It's about-
by Bob. Motion made by Bob to table it. Need a second? Second by Cleo. Roll call vote. Gordy, yes. Bob,
Yes.
Just table this, which I think is smart.
Michelle absent. Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes,
Hank?
Yes.
Mansell?
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Act 57 of 2022, affect the failure to receive tax notice.
Act 57.
so this is a new act.
Anybody familiar with Act 57 of 2022?
I have. I don't even know. 57.
yeah, this sounds like it's something that Karen Penza
Yes.
would do. And it's about over penalizing people when they're selling their homes or transferring of ownership. She's the one that would make the decision whether to charge them or not charge them penalties.
That's not.
That county does that.
Yeah.
No, it says,
Deadline.
read it, any
did.
interest fee? Yeah,
And does she have a copy of this?
Karen?
Yeah.
No,
Can we send her a copy of this?
I will.
Okay.
Do you wanna table that until we get more information on that?
We have a deadline here,
I forgot, I don't know.
January 9th, 2023.
To waive additional charges for real estate taxes in certain situations. The tax collector can do this.
So the tax collector has the right to waive?
And it's only certain, right here, it's.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a fine line.
Has to be very specific.
Yeah.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah, she just can't pick and choose.
No, and there's a form and everything else that she has to fill out for conditions for waiver.
But then we don't have to
The county
adopt it.
furnishes all that.
Yeah, this is, this.
It says for tax collector use only.
Just make a motion to have Karen look it over.
Before we adopt it, is that what you're saying?
Hey, I'd have her look it over. I'll make a motion to have Karen look it over and then get it back.
What's your deadline on it?
January 6th or 5th.
We got time.
So you'll have a meeting then?
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Second by Bob, roll call vote. Gordy, yes. Bob,
Yes.
Michelle absent. Cleo,
Yes.
Yes.
Cindy, Hank,
Yes.
Mansell,
Yeah.
6-0. Okay. Hire law firm to assist the solicitor and DEP and EPA situation. Call a executive session for that discussion at 7:44.
You have to put this stuff on the agenda if you're calling executive sessions. You can't just drag us in here and then be like, oh, surprise, it doesn't work that way, dude.
Well, I call it executive session at 7:44.
Does the rest of your council vote with you on the executive session,
Yes.
sir?
If somebody would like to
What
make
is
a
it?
motion for the executive session, make the,
So moved.
by Bob, need a second?
Yeah. So the
Second, Cleo.
Constitution doesn't exist in this room
Okay,
at all?
second by Cleo,
Alright,
roll call
Just so we're all on
vote,
the
President
same
yes. Bob,
I better
Yes.
start now.
Michelle absent, Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy,
Nope.
Hank,
Yes.
Mansell.
Yep.
Okay, vote 4-2, executive session, starting right now,
In
7:45.
violation again of Title 65 Sunshine Act.
Who was the second on that?
Cleo,
And what's the purpose, not the purpose, but what's the defined statement for this meeting? Financial?
for this meeting or executive
For the
session?
executive session.
To discuss DEP.
You need to use one word to describe it. One
For
word.
discussion.
That's not the
So
acceptable word.
please,
Are you
so-
gonna define it as legal?
well, it is legal, whatever
Good
it is.
answer, then we're gonna make sure that fits the category. So he said legal, folks.
Alright, let's go.
I'll let the mayor stay.
Yeah, no mute tonight. I'm gonna point it out there.
Executive session called.
I also can't go venturing off in the dark. So. Yes, Anthony, executive session again. I did politely stand up and object and ask a follow-up here. So. Hey, alright. So Anthony's actually talking right here. Say hey, what's up?
Hi, Anthony.
So, yeah, again, executive session not on the agenda. I knew this was going to happen, though. The kid at the gas station was like, you look like you're prepared to be cold. And I was like, yeah, it might happen. It was a good objection. Thank you very much. So.
It didn't do it again.
No. He still doesn't know what it's about.
We'll have to fix that.
Everybody's not in a bad mood though, so everybody's working together. Not very many of us, I'd say, what, about 10? Yeah, there's about 10 of us, plus the fire department guy, who's really super cool and brings me paperwork. Yeah, and I posted the TCC voting rep. I don't know what that's gonna do.
What?
The TCC voting rep thing. I took pictures of it and grabbed the paperwork.
What
That they just voted to table before the Act 57. So.
So what is that? What is that meeting supposed to entail, or delegate supposed to do?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I don't either. So we'll look at it. Anthony says very calm meeting. I think he means very calm meeting. Not bad. It wasn't very calm in the beginning. Yeah, so I posted those papers. It wasn't very calm in the beginning at all. I didn't mean to cause that big of a
You going to trivia Thursday night, buddy?
Yeah, it was something about sending a rep for a voting delegate. I posted the sheets. I didn't really get a chance to read them because I wanted to make sure everybody else that wanted to see it got to see it because I asked.
I assume that I am's for me.
Yeah, it's for you. Do you want to talk about your feelings?
No, I don't have any feeling.
All right. Well, it's a good place to do it. I knew for some reason tonight because that extra attorney thing is listed on there.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody mentioned that McCormick's is a huge law firm. Like, there should be no problem.
Why wouldn't they supply another I would think if you're a solicitor and you're within a big firm like that, if your solicitor got overwhelmed with things, that would be part of the deal, that they would have somebody assist him. I would
within
think.
maybe their company.
Exactly.
So I posed a question, Anthony, maybe this is good food for thought, and I posted what DPA or DEP sent me in an email about the managerial and paperwork problems are all, the fine stuff, like that's what they're being fined for, is all managerial and paperwork. If they deem that is Mr. Gilson's responsibility, I mean, maybe he should pay those fines back. I don't know.
I know.
Just thoughts.
Not that it's a big deal, but can you go back through your audio and, because there was more than just Mansell that said that the borough doesn't shut people's water off.
Yes, it's all there. It's all there. And I heard it myself, and we can talk about that later. But yes, it's all there. I can't believe we gave Mansell such a hard time about holding on to my phone. He's like, okay. And he goes, it can't be on the table. And Mansell goes, it's mine now.
You could have given it to me. I'd have held on to it.
I know, but it doesn't serve the same, like, why can't it just be on the floor? It doesn't hurt anyone. I know. Listen. You guys, we've been doing this all summer.
They don't.
You would think that by now, my message is
They don't like it when you live stream things and they look like idiots.
They do it to themselves.
I agree.
I just operate a camera.
I agree.
Okay, and I ask questions. I mean, I like to ask questions. That's what I was put on this planet to do. I just didn't know it was going to be in this capacity in a million years.
I thought we started down the road with somebody that asked about the Main Street property, whether they had water or not.
The papers, I didn't hand it, so I gave Chris the other liens that I have. So I did give them, there was some paperwork you guys seen me carry up. Those are other municipal liens from the borough. I don't think it's fair that we should be have their names and stuff out. So that's what I took them. It's all on file at the Prothonotari's office if you're interested in it, because there are a few municipal liens in the borough that are active.
Are they all water related or just?
No, they're not all water sewer related. There's one that was pest control. That's the property everybody keeps talking about. The borough paid for pest control.
Yeah, that's what Mansell called me up to the table to show me.
Yes.
And I was aware of that one. That wasn't even one of my 6 that I had.
And I believe in the ordinances they're not supposed to be operating off the well water for drinking water.
Right.
You can use it for gray water, but you're not supposed to drink it. But
I'm not going to comment because I don't know who has well water and who doesn't. I know some people do.
I think that
Nobody on my side of the town has that.
yeah, I think that situation is a unique one and should be handled delicately.
Right. I agree.
The public outcry, I mean, last month they talked about it and the property, if they just figure out how to get code enforcement or zoning or someone in, maybe they can help. If social services was involved, where are they now? And that was, doors cracked.
Pretty loud.
Point my microphone in the hole. It's so calm and still out.
Mansell still gets her phone.
No, I can't do it.
Oh,
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it. Not when everybody now knows it's mine.
I left it right there.
No, it's right here.
I'll give that phone back. I'll give it back after the meeting, though, when I give it.
Hello. The Constitution's out the window, and that's how I started this.
Well, I heard somebody else say they wanted to throw the Constitution out the window the other day, too.
I try to do my best to follow rules.
Well,
And all I gotta do is ask Dana for something, and she's like, yeah,
I don't suppose that was probably the best interest of said person to say, let's get rid of the Constitution so I can get my presidency back.
yeah.
That wasn't a good one.
It doesn't stand anymore. And honestly, this is just kind of proof, you know what? If it's that shit not working, then I guess we have to do something. But what, I don't know. And then again, those are things I shouldn't talk about.
Yeah, don't talk about that.
Most everybody knows how I feel. Listen, they're probably in for a fresh opinion that's not mine. And I do mark it not for kids.
I just kind of was flipping through Facebook yesterday, and I read that, and I said, he said, what?
Yeah, I have a July 5th, I think is what Cindy said, that I wrote down to go back and listen to. They were talking about that she handed 40 minutes for. I know I have a meeting for that. I have June, July.
That's before my time.
Yep, I have June. I think June is like one of my very old ones. So it was colder for the parade. It's not as cold now. Tioga. I didn't go to the Dickens stuff over the weekend though. I'm sorry guys, I did not go do the Dickens stuff. It was raining and it looked miserable, and the drive down there is just suspect.
I'm not a big fan of Dickens anyway.
No.
I think I went once.
If it was like a vintagey Christmas kind of thing, I would have enjoyed it. I would have enjoyed filming it.
Yeah, you'd probably enjoy filming it. It's just a Wellsboro thing.
Like,
After working in Wellsboro for 30 years, I don't usually go there for just about anything.
so far, they've got the best food. Because it's Corning or Mansfield had some good food when I got here. Probably somebody being like, "You're on stream."
No. Number one son showing off his new ink.
Oh, nice.
Like he needs more of that.
We all need more of that. I need more money for more of that.
Oh, there you go.
The kid has a
Totally.
coat on tonight.
I feel sorry for all the
I totally nerded some people out with my tattoos finally, so I need some new ones. Everybody's starting to catch on. Do something cooler on my neck or I could get a face tattoo. I'm self-employed.
Most of his are covered up if he wears any kind of shirt at all.
He knows about mine. Guys don't know about it. See? I can't see it still.
You got hearts on your neck.
They're Zelda hearts, though.
Zelda hearts?
They're Zelda hearts.
You mean like from the video game?
From the original one. That's why they're not full. Because remember, when Link had full hearts, he had like the spin attack. When he was, I'm not that cool.
Oh.
Pretty cool, but
Okay.
it was my first tattoo. I had 3 artists tell me no.
So, did the new
Just remember, whispering is not really whispering.
I don't care. Did the new secretary fall through? Is that why Dana's here today?
Oh, you know what? Because they only paid her for what, 1 day? Is that what they said? They paid her for 1 day? I didn't think about that.
I was in there.
Relax.
I was in there before the end of the month because I went in and paid my water bill, and she was in there then. But
So she started.
and the discussion we had was, I asked Dana if she was going to be at the meeting, or I had Dana reaffirm when the meeting was, and then I asked Dana if she was going to be here, and she said no. But then when I pulled in, she was getting out of her car right next to me, and I thought you wasn't coming to the meeting. And her answer was, long story. That was it.
Well, that'll be interesting. Maybe they have personnel on the agenda for the executive session, too. I mean, they can do that during an executive. So that could be also, guys, if there's a personnel thing going on with the secretary, because Dana is here, and I'm glad she's here. So all I have to do is ask her for stuff. I'm not ready to switch to a new person, to be honest.
She seemed alright.
Maybe she's not ready to switch to us.
She didn't seem to be real excited about coming to
Would you?
No.
Just right.
No, I wouldn't.
Reasonable expectations. I try to be reasonable. I'm kind of glad I have this AirPod in. I can hear mumbling.
Is Anthony still there?
Oh yeah, it's his dress warm.
Dress
He
warm?
hadn't better be driving and watching.
Are you out of town, bub?
I think he said Schenectady. I had my other phone here. Actually, it might not be. It might even be in my thing. Executive session. Oh, I got spam in there. What was this like? Wait, you know it's not. It's in the messenger. It's in the Facebook message.
No. No biggie.
I may have actually left my other
As long as
phone.
he's back by Thursday, that's all that matters.
Yeah, he better be. I'm trying to get Mom to come Thursday. He says Mount Pocono right now.
Oh, okay.
No, I actually might have left my other phone.
I had somebody show some interest in it, and I told them we play every Thursday night. Just come and join.
I'm trying to get Mom to come and spend the night. She's like, my little dog, though. And I'm like, bring it. Oh, you know what? For anybody watching, I don't know how many of y'all are in here because I don't have my other phone. Fail. The Tioga County CAP project is doing their Tioga clinic at the end of the month, and the fire hall was charging her $200 was what I read. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go do it if you feel like you can or you want to contribute. What she's doing is a good cause. I have some footage. I went down and spent the day on Friday and actually was really excited to want to talk to you all about this. Obviously now's not the time. Maybe Wednesday we'll do a whimsical Wednesday, and we'll go over my Tioga County CAP project stuff and what I've seen and what's going on. And I have a whole list of, we talked about what she spends money on, what things cost, how it kind of works, the grants that they apply for. So we had great, I would say, business shop talk. So there's a lot of aspects to having a 501c that is really important, which is transparency. We talk about that all the time. And you heard Lee make some comments about, their money and how things work. So just a lot of good examples floating around. And, we're headed to Elkland this month. So I'm really excited to be there. I've got to go down and do some math again. So I've got to go one more time before the meeting. So I'll have to let you guys know how that goes. I forgot my coffee cup.
Okay, yeah. Get your butt up there tomorrow. I grabbed it and put it in.
How's the Poconos?
Is he retired?
I don't know how many of you are here.
Neither is fun.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He looks like he's been losing weight.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well,
Tioga County, yes.
I'm not even sure she tried it on. I was trying to keep her stuff in mind at one time.
Up there? Well, is there anything like
There's a bench over here. We can move to it.
like
We don't have a bad group tonight. I think it's average. It's pretty much the general group here. The folks that you see pretty much coming every month. And of course, I think if you're in YouTube land, you can, I don't really want to lower this because it's a pain in the butt to put back up. But, for those of you that were here, like the first 5 minutes or so of the stream, you'll find a little fuzzy woolly bear. And if it was, it's a dead one. No new secretary. That is definitely the case. I don't mind hanging out with you guys. Getting a little chilly though. I can't find my black scarf. I had it over the weekend, but now it's missing. No, because as soon as I get up and like do something, and pull that video up, lots of audio distortion. My phone is in there. I folded it up in my my notebook thing and my little leather thing and left it in there. So whatever's in my AirPod is what's in my AirPod. It's Discord. Yes, that would be why. YouTube is better. For you guys on Facebook, the YouTube feed is a substantially better picture, better audio, all that fun stuff. It's private.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were.
Wi-Fi calling, emergency address updated. I don't know. The council seating is better. Yeah, they do look like a little more comfortable up there. And I don't mind being in the, I don't mind that corner actually. That's not a bad spot. There's no problem there. So I asked when I came in if there was a specific spot that they wanted me in. Gordy points to over there in the corner. Okay, I didn't bring the Sony camera, just my little one that does the audio on a little tripod. And I set that down on the table, you know, because eventually we're going back in, even if it's just for them to adjourn the meeting. But, you know, I'll wait and stay for you guys so there's no questions. But yeah, and it was comfortable. And I got to sit in a chair, which is not a big deal because I sit all day, but yeah. Pretty organized and quiet, other than not getting the documents that they're looking at. It's a little awkward still to be in the audience and not know what they're looking at. If you haven't had a chance No, all my paperwork is in there. I took a screenshot of an email exchange that I had with DEP over the summer. That is not a recent email. It's a little bit old. But take a look at the language and how that reads, because it was very telling as to what exactly is going on and why Lawrenceville Borough is being issued violations and, you know, the stuff that they're now being fined for. So that information's all there. And anything that they've sent to me, they know is subject to be released to the public. So there's that. Don't know who's pulling. I can't tell you that they waved. I don't know.
I got you, Miss Busan.
Ready? Let's acknowledge. And you guys in the seat, people were getting more comfortable. You lost your cane?
Huh?
Are you ready? Hey, you're right.
Shit, look, you're right, it's the ground.
These guys are not affiliated or associated with the
Is that your friend?
Huh?
Is that your friend?
Yes.
You bring
These
your friend
my
home?
friends are in here.
I was
If-
gonna say,
yes,
you
they're
bring
in
your friend
here.
with you?
Yes. No, I'm never really alone.
That's a good thing.
No, yeah. And Anthony's in here watching tonight.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, some comments. Anthony couldn't make it.
And I saw George was on there and Cindy Fisher because she was going to come, but she had to work late.
I think Cindy was the first one that commented today. She said, I hope there's a good turnout. I'm like, it's cold. I don't blame you.
I thought this place would be really good.
Well, the thing is, it's like,
It's the same shit.
it's like,
same shit every day.
it's like beating your head against the wall, you know, it's like.
You know what they call that, Lucy?
What?
Insanity.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing the same thing over and over again,
And
expecting
expecting
different.
something different.
See anybody talking.
I don't know, but all the kids in the car waved to me, and I'm like, I was like, I'm trying to guys. You got Lucy? Would you like to sit down?
No, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Just needs a glass of wine. That's all you need, Lucy. Lucy, all that needs a glass of wine.
I need two.
I was just gonna ask her what's in her bottle of water. She keeps dropping everything.
Huh? I did have one.
Next time I'm going to give you my tablet with my. Oh, Anthony says next. Yeah, well, and I left my phone in there. Anthony says he'll give me his tablet next time. We can FaceTime and I can put him on the FaceTime. His
So what,
face
a
is-
bottle of wine?
I don't know who's gonna stand up for you though. When you
That's why you're
stand up.
always
And,
so happy at trivial, isn't it?
they're talking
Me,
about
I'm just totally frustrated. I've had a call.
It could be worse. We could be on the flight line discussing glasses of wine.
That's surprised Jill came out last week. Wine's nice. She said she would answer. Happy birthday.
Should we sing to her? At least then we can.
Let's do it. Good birthday.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. No, you don't do that.
Oh, don't worry, Kathy, I'm a December baby too.
She's still a baby.
Turned 21.
Oh,
She just turned
And
21.
who are you telling that to?
And
how
she
long have I
looks
known?
at
to find something
me
to laugh at.
and calls me a son of a gun.
I think I marked my videos not for children.
I'm mistakenly 25.
In your dreams anyway, right?
Alright, boys, let's get this.
If you're
Shit show
25,
on
I'm
the
going
road.
for 30.
Kind of a cute story about the library.
Obviously, you're not gonna come to an agreement.
There's a gate there on the backyard.
Because I
And
have a
so-
stinky
I already told
suspicion
you the story, but
that,
that's right.
remember Gordy
So,
told us that
every time I
attorneys
go
are
there,
going to
it's
take care of
open,
his
and there were, like,
municipal lien?
Things that were sticking around and they were gone. So I guess it was when we had our meetings where they're like.
Well, it's going to be public information. He can tell us everything.
Or when that comes in, is there any place that doesn't? I was gonna say, we all know which place is.
I know.
They're like,
I still have
ran
this
over.
copies.
I know it.
I said, do you guys ever play in the
I was there when
backyard?
it was made.
And Chris
I'm like,
Chris
no,
took
it's
my
really
copies
easy to do.
of
Okay,
the
if you
other
play
property.
this.
I'm not
Just,
saying
I want the
that, and
gate
that's
to be
why
open.
we're past reading for
Some winds I don't want
their
that.
information.
Oh,
out.
no.
Like,
Oh.
you know what to do?
Show the
So I know which one we took.
Show the gate.
They have
That's
Okay.
So, but that's the excuse. That's the
But Manson called me up there to show me that.
I know you're.
But
you're,
the other
you're
thing
right.
is they all dumped on Manson on my question. It wasn't just Manson that said that last
I know your dad since you were little. How old are you? When me was older, different kids,
They
some of
both
the same
tried.
kids
You
we
don't
had
realize what it's like. You don't, I don't know what your
Cindy
thing is with
uses the
Cindy,
same
but.
approach. It's not effective. She's got to do something different.
Cindy does a lot more than what you actually realize.
It's not gonna change
But they just like
until the head
This girl
count.
has worked on shift for 7 years. This is the thing.
I haven't only been
I know, that's what I'm
watching this
saying.
for what,
For
7
Cindy,
months?
I know, but for 7 years, has worked on trying to get this stuff done.
But
It is not an easy thing.
it's not
You
gonna
are
change.
so mean. But you gotta have a majority.
Anybody got hand
Right now,
sanitizer?
you have no majority, so no, you have to have that majority.
We have straight up laws that broken majorities not necessary.
They're not
They're
gonna
right to
say.
leave.
Your hands will be burning by now.
Yeah, they
Do
let
you know
us
how many ethics
have to go
violations she
through.
has
We've
put
got
against
to
him?
go through the chain of command.
Yeah, and that, you know what? Why don't you ask, go up and ask him why he hasn't been prosecuted?
I can't get an appointment with him
Yeah.
to set one with me or any
Yeah.
other member of press. I
Kurt?
tried.
Clint?
Clint
Yeah,
Allen.
Clint Allen. How much longer?
Well, I
Enough is
absolutely
enough.
Because-
loved it when
I
my
agree.
boys
My
were
nose
little.
is breathing.
He is,
Walk from my house down to the
Oh,
down
sorry,
to the big
guys.
park.
What are
and
you apologizing
one of them
for?
sneezed. I had 3 phone calls going, hey, you might want to check them.
We haven't said anything.
And she
Clint-
called me up going, you know what that oldest one of yours did?
And yes, that guy said, I've been telling everybody all summer, you should be flooding his emails, writing letters, calling him.
You know, if they really are
You know what they said? Oh, Clint's a good guy.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah,
And he
he's a nice
probably
guy.
is a good
But you know
guy.
what?
I mean, it
Well,
really
it
does.
does.
It really does.
You know he's doing wrong.
In a
You
majority
aren't doing
seat.
anything.
As
And
a
like the
Republican
kids
in a majority
come by our
seat.
house, we're on the porch a lot, you know.
That's why I tell you guys, party.
Well,
with me.
actually,
Yeah,
we don't
that
know.
stuff's
Oh,
right
yeah.
over.
So that we're kind of like friendly faces.
No, you can't.
We don't smoke in the house, so we're always on the porch. I call it my COVID porch.
Yeah.
Because when my husband had the 2 months off, that's when we put it up.
What?
And we used the COVID money to do it.
I'm not saying another.
And
I'm not saying that another party
sit
wouldn't
out there and
be
people go
beneficial
by,
to
we
all,
wave.
Yeah, no, we do too, all the time.
because that way.
Not sure who you are, but I'll wave.
But the thing is, in this area, it is a Republican community. There's no way you're gonna have that.
Buy a traditional though, but listen, these guys are staunch traditional Republicans, and what everyone is not understanding is that it's your old, that's an ancient thought process, and it's just, it's not here. It's not current.
So let's hope.
I think that some of us should do the carnival.
I think we're talking about it.
I would
I
love
think
to
that
see it
He
happen.
said that before. He said that numerous times. He said that, and a lot of his own content's coming back now, but because he announced it his campaign, he had to, he finally had to announce it. I'm convinced, and I'll eat my words, I will eat my words, he's not running again.
I haven't heard it. I just heard maybe it was
He's not running
I don't think
again.
he'll make
They're
it.
gonna blow this up, make big media out of it, he's gonna pull in a whole bunch of money, and then he's
Well, the
gonna
thing
have
is
to
with
figure
that,
out who to support.
Because the last two
He's
that
gonna
we
have to
had,
back someone
the
else.
last two Lawrenceville days,
A lot
one
of
was
people
spearheaded
would
by
like to see
Jill Hall,
DeSantis
and
do
the
it.
other one was spearheaded by
I don't see him doing it either. It doesn't
unless
matter who
you-
runs against you,
unless-
Trump's gonna destroy you.
Unless you actually live in Florida than there's a lot of people that don't like this.
Yeah, I know. And everybody else.
Well,
He's the one that's gonna be the one.
They don't know what it's like to live there where your car doesn't get inspected and people just drive all willy-nilly.
How they did with the COVID situation.
The library people.
Well, we killed people in nursing homes when the league
It's not the fire department, it's the auxiliary, which is basically just Joe Strain.
Right, okay, well, she was there, but Neil was
They
there
didn't
too,
revoke
because
that.
they offered the equipment, the lights and
I
stuff.
bet you he should have run.
But yeah, so we
Maybe
obviously-
Cuomo
but still
should
running for
run.
president.
Right, yeah.
But anyway,
Lots
so
of
that's
people that
great.
like Cuomo.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that like Cuomo too.
Yeah,
You know,
but
and
he'd
everybody
be a
did stuff,
Democratic
everybody,
nominee.
you know, did their part
Yeah.
and, you know, people
So,
from
Uh,
all three
I think
entities showed
people
up to
really
help
gotta
out.
stop doing parties.
We
Just
do.
do
We
it
gotta
for the
let
people
it
that
go.
is actually better for the country.
Here's the
But
thing. I
they have
don't
to talk
think
about
the
themselves.
Republicans are rat's ass crazy enough to run Trump again because
Well, I don't know, they're not denying anything he says.
And I never know when I'm gonna get
Oh,
called.
it can be.
Weird
Yeah.
thing, if you pick
They
out
have
really
to.
scary stories so that the children
They
don't
kinda
go
got
to bed.
Well,
right to free speech. I mean,
Right, but
He
you,
can have
you
dinner
can
with
come out
whoever he
against it.
wants. Why can't he eat with Kanye West?
Why would you, why
I
would
put
you eat
Tuckers
with
in
somebody
almost
that
here,
doesn't
so.
So
After
is
what-
Trump.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, Trump is very
Why are we
nice.
worried about who he's having dinner with?
Well, I for one, as a child of a parent that
I don't
survived.
know how many of the
World
FedEx
War
guys
II.
have actually
My family's Jewish.
Yeah.
stopped
I'm not
and
my
said,
family's
excuse
not
me,
Jewish. My
you've
mother-
just ran 2 stop signs and a sign that says, please
my
sign
mother
in.
and mom were put through the ringer.
Do it
My mother
next
was
time.
taken away and put into a Nazi's home to work for them. So, when she was 5 years old.
well, that's where you
you know,
have
so
to
as
draw the
something like-
line at fascism because
Exactly. I do
They
not
can't
agree
do
with
that
what
law.
he's doing. I do not agree with what he's
Here
doing.
we go.
Is she still?
I don't know, but
It's Cindy Howell.
you okay? All right. You got gloves and stuff in your pocket? Even have any? I don't even have any gum or candy to offer you. I'm sorry.
Secretaries can't be in the
No, she gets to freeze with it.
I know. I believe that. Yeah, but I am not.
I mean, it's like today, as far as last night,
Did anybody set a time? He said
She's
7:45.
still in her van, so I just.
8:19.
how many minutes are they supposed to have on this?
I was supposed to have 20 or 30. It's the courtesy. Yeah.
No, it's not like they're gonna pay any attention to it anyway. So.
No, they're gonna do whatever he wants to do.
It's whatever it is. It's attorney legal stuff.
Who does she think she is sitting in the car while you're out there freezing? Look at her. Smiling away.
I don't know. Can any of you guys see how many people
smart
are
one.
watching? I don't have.
My hands are cold. and
Mom?
With my little glove.
That's why I miss my,
Empty-handed.
my hand,
You
'cause I
guys,
put
I'm
my gloves
depending
in
on you.
there.
Oh.
So much.
Okay. Just kidding.
After you? Thank you.
These blues, my name will not be on it.
Don't even ask.
Okay, we did at, 8:20. Okay. Need a motion to hire a law firm to assist solicitor with DEP and EPA, and the name of the law firm is, I do that piece of paper. You got that, Hank, the name of that law firm?
Babs Callen.
Patch Cullen.
Hatch.
Paps.
Babs, BABST / Callen, CALLAND.
Out of Pittsburgh,
Can you
Pennsylvania.
spell it again?
Babs, BABST
Right there, yeah, B-A-B-S-T, yeah,
Callen, CALLAND.
A&D, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Just how much are we gonna pay this lawyer?
The lady that is ramrodding it is, I think, $436 an hour.
Are you pretty kidding?
We got the money, don't worry about it.
And the money has been budgeted in 2022 and 2023.
Yeah,
And then-
we knew this was coming.
And then also, she said that our regular attorney, she'll push a lot of the work on Chris at his rate. And then she said she has a lot of attorneys working under her that are much cheaper per hour.
So,
That she'll only be doing, very little.
what's her name?
I don't know. What's her name?
Lisa.
Lisa what?
Lisa somebody.
I don't know what the her last name.
Okay. The law
So
firm
you're
is
the
what
one
you
that
need to
found
know.
her?
No.
You know the name of the law firm, we just told you that, but anyway. We need a motion to appoint that law firm to assist our solicitor with our issues with DEP and EPA.
So what are they gonna be doing? Are they zooming? Are they,
They're
is
gonna
this
be,
over the
they're gonna,
telephone?
they're gonna be handling with DEP, our issues in EPA. How they go about it, I don't know. All I know is we're already doing it on a local level. These people will start at the top.
What are they gonna
According
do
to them.
differently?
I'll make a motion, we hire.
What are they gonna do differently?
Throw money.
We have no idea.
We, no,
Okay,
They're not telling you? They're not gonna tell you what they're gonna do?
they can't tell us.
Are these the
Why?
attorneys that are working
They
on
don't
your
know.
municipal lien at the same
Who
time?
got a
So-
motion on the table
Motion
by
right there.
Cleo to hire, Babs Callen, attorney
So
out of
who
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
recommended this attorney?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Bob.
Oh my God, he won't answer.
Roll call vote, Gordy, yes. Bob,
Yes.
Michelle absent, Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy,
No.
Hank,
Yes.
Mansell.
I want the record to show that I have not enough information to make a.
Yes or no?
So I don't know, based on that.
It
I don't
passed.
want I have no information
I
prior to
understand
this.
what's happening.
Okay.
That's why my vote is no.
Now, we have another company to hire to evaluate well one and well two.
Why?
What's the reason
Why?
behind that?
Because well two is down, it's been down, and well two was left in a mess in 2020.
Of course it was, Gordon. Of course it
From,
was.
Go ahead, okay, guys.
Does Apex offer these services?
well drilling services?
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
inspection.
I make a motion to hire.
You said evaluate the well,
I
not
have it
drill.
right here,
It
Lane.
says evaluate.
She wasn't working.
Well,
I didn't know
two.
number two wasn't running.
That hasn't been running.
It hasn't run in 20 years.
I can't remember.
Oh, it
Oh,
has,
so
Lane.
but it's our fault because
They
of
started
2020.
it up.
You just said 20
It was started
years.
up.
Oh my
It wasn't even
God.
all together.
It's not a good.
It wasn't even all together.
Was there a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion.
Made a motion by Bob to hire
I think it's Lane,
Lane Christian.
L-A-N-E?
L-A-Y, and evaluate well one and two.
We're literally gonna be paying.
Lane Christian?
Yeah.
It's
Then to
Lane.
evaluate well two.
What's the cost per hour?
The price to evaluate well two is $2,000.
Did you
And,
post a bid for this, sir?
and well two has got, has been down for years, and they'll camera it, they'll run the well, determine what needs to be done to get it back in line, and then after that, they will, evaluate well one, which well one, has got, Bob can explain to you the name of the apparatus that, is outdated on, well one. It's a Ross valve,
Yeah.
Ross valve, which is an antique,
Will that be another 2K?
we don't know.
When your bid's out?
How much is that valve, Bob?
I don't know. We don't have to vote.
Right here, in order to give,
The motion is to hire Lane to evaluate well one and two. That's why we're hiring them, is to evaluate.
Is
And the
Lane
quotes will come.
associated with a company
But-
or is this an individual?
okay, this is the, 2,000, what you get for your $2,000. This order is given with the understanding that you are not to be held responsible for the damage in any way without whatsoever or failure to complete the work mentioned, nor any damage resulting from your effort to perform such work, nor any delay or part of completing the same. And then anything over beyond this, $2,000 valuation is $450 per hour.
Where do they come from? Where are they from?
So Lane drilled the well, did the water studies in the 70s.
These people drilled the original wells, plus the other test wells, plus they assisted in putting the first plant together.
I'm just curious, are you trying to
So it makes
bankrupt us?
sense.
My what?
Are you trying to bankrupt this town with the prices that you're quoting right now? Are you trying to bankrupt us?
The $2,000?
Not just $2,000, $450 an
This-
hour
this-
afterwards?
This is
$400
a bargain compared to what you
Why are
paid.
they doing this now?
Larson Design.
If you didn't put out,
Motion made by
bids for
Bob,
this, you have
need
no
a
idea
second.
how much.
I'll second.
Second by Cleo,
Where do they come from? Where are they located?
roll call vote,
Um,
President, yes, Bob,
Yes.
Michelle, absent, Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy,
no.
Hank,
Yes.
Mansell.
Not enough information, no.
Okay. Pass 4-2 to hire Elaine Christensen to evaluate well 2.
Now can you tell us where Lane Christensen originates from?
Schoharie, New York.
And could I get a copy of that too?
Yeah, cause we've never seen it.
Oh, wait, hang on, I think I brought a copy for everybody.
Oh, nice.
We'll wait for that.
I got this today.
You got it today and you decided that you wanted to toss it on the agenda and deal with it.
No, it's been on the agenda, cause this
It's been on
agenda
the
was
agenda.
printed on last week.
Again, did you canvass for bids?
What do
Do
we
you have
pay
any idea
Apex
of
a month for
$2,000
last
to
month,
the
let's
deal?
say?
For last month?
Yeah.
In your report.
It's in your report, read it.
$11,000.
For 1 month?
For 1 month?
Yeah.
So we're talking.
No, no.
He caught us
That was
summer
the-
since May.
Okay.
Again,
He caught
is
us up
Apex
since May.
capable
All
of
that stuff
performing
they
these
did, he caught us up
inspections?
since May. I had discussions with him.
Moving on,
We had earlier in May.
transferring the interfund operating
We didn't have them
budget,
either.
The question is.
because it's in the budget, I transfer it to the borough.
One's just 1 month.
Okay, from the water and sewer to the general account per budget of 2022, 28,000. Need a motion?
I think mine.
This is just like the bills, he doesn't know what's inside of it.
And if I recall correctly, you said that workers' day-to-day expenses, am I correct?
That's one of the issues, yes. I'll repeat that again. Interfund operating 2022 budget transfer of funds from sewer and water to the general borough account of $28,000 as per budget of 2022. Same as we did in 20 and 20.
23.
Well, that's supposed to be 2.
No, it says 23.
Do you owe these employees a debt? Are you in debt to these employees?
He's not going to.
Do I get a bonus for showing up here every month?
What did Tyler say?
How do you spell the Christian? I'm looking it up, I can't
I
find
need a
it.
budget, I need a motion to approve that,
Interfund operating
yeah,
$28,000.
and which is in the budget.
Yes.
There she
You
made her
haven't
clear.
approved, you haven't approved the budget yet.
It's in this year's budget, not next year's.
Oh, it's Christensen.
It says
Not Christian.
2023.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2022.
The company's name is Christensen, not Christian.
Need a second?
Oh.
I got a,
22.
Cleo made the motion,
I mean, I
need a
found it,
second.
but I was looking for plain
Well, there's a lot of
Christian.
things, there's a lot of things, and the one thing about the EPA, we have to do something, guys. We have to
We
do
don't need to
something.
pay $450 for a lawyer.
I mean, I'm trying to get these guys involved along with these
No,
guys.
you,
and-
no, hold on.
No, wait, Chris, they won't allow them to be involved, they don't tell them nothing.
I'm trying.
They had a meeting,
Hey, you're out of order.
I don't
We
care.
moved on.
They had a
You
group
don't
meeting,
care?
and then we were invited, but we're involved.
Last call for a second on proposed, or on the transfer of the budgets, the 28,000 for 2022.
Who was your first?
Cleo. No second? Okay, fails for not having a second. Okay. Proposed budget for 2023, I need a motion to adopt the proposed budget for 2023.
So moved.
Did you have it?
Motion made by Bob,
Who,
need a second.
when did they meet to do this budget? When did
The
the,
finance committee?
yeah,
For about the last 2 months. Okay, need a second for adopting the proposed budget. This is not the budget, the proposed budget.
I'll second.
Second by Cleo. Roll call vote. President, yes. Bob?
Yes.
Michelle, absent. Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy? No, because I haven't seen any information on it until tonight and I can't do it.
I wanna know who worked on the budget.
Hank?
Yes.
Mansell,
Well, I wanna know who worked on the budget before I make my decision.
the finance committee.
Who was that?
That's me and, Bob and Michelle.
Myself and I.
Now, hope somebody take record
That
of that.
passed 4-2, right there.
Yeah, and I've got it where that's not the truth.
Okay, now I need a motion to, put Herb's rental on the borough, or on the agenda, and to utilize, the borough office differently, and then,
we gotta do this.
oh, excuse me, yeah, I've got something up here. Need a motion to adopt the proposed tax rate of 4.6604 for the year 2023.
I'm gonna ask you to reconsider this because of all the money we're putting out, and we possibly will need more money to put out with EPA and DEP. Why don't we just leave it as is, the tax rate, just leave it as is.
The tax rate will reduce the taxes back to where they were in 2017.
Yeah, why don't we leave it alone, we need money to pay the bills.
$400 an hour.
These
I've
guys
heard
don't
you
wanna
for
buy
2
bottled
months
water
about how
to
we're
pay your
spending all the
tax.
tax dollars money. okay?
Yes, you can't lower this, it's asinine to lower this. You're
Well-
spending all this money and you're lowering, you will bankrupt, it's a recipe for bankrupting this
Well,
town.
Well, we are not having any issues. Did
the
you read the
expenses-
budget? Did you read the budget?
Yeah, I did,
And
it
how
went
much
up
money,
200.
how much money did we put in the budget for?
You jacked it up for
You're not
expenses,
fixing nothing.
you're not fixing anything.
Your profit and loss
What-
report reflects that.
What is it, okay, now what's the balance on this, on the profit loss at the end of this, at the end of November?
I don't know,
You don't, well, read it.
We can't afford a generator.
we
That's
can't
half of
afford
our
a generator,
fine.
we
said we
can't
can't
afford to
afford a
fix
generator.
Well,
things.
how come there's not one in?
Yeah, we got the money
You have a
sitting there.
motion?
Okay, I need a motion to, adopt the tax rate.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Bob, need a second?
So the increased mileage, which is what goes in their pocket.
Alright, we got a motion.
Okay.
Need a second?
Who's getting an increase in mileage?
Come on.
On the bottom of your agenda.
So what did it change from?
It's just by
Changed
manual.
from 5.1604 to 4.6604.
All to get votes, all to get votes.
5.1?
Yep, I can show them all the money I saved.
604, one half of
Didn't
it.
make the build anything, didn't fix anything, but.
Yeah, what did we fix? What
Less
kind of
services.
What did we fix?
When will we see a copy of this?
Hey, you're out of order, okay? You have
Yes,
your-
I know I am.
Okay, good. Okay, I need a second for the tax rate.
You've never
So
been.
stupid.
If our rights certified, then that is it.
Yeah, really, exactly.
So the budget is based upon
The tax rate.
that tax rate, right?
Yeah, you've already passed the proposed budget. You need to pass the proposed tax rate.
What was it, this year?
It's 5.1604. After the 42% tax increase in 2018.
There was not a 42% tax increase. That's your opinion.
It's math.
It's Gordy's math.
And Gordy, you said that we never
That's
went to
very
court over
rude,
water issues?
Gordy.
Anyway,
You're out of order.
She's wrong. It was a 42%
It
tax
was-
increase.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I've heard it, it wasn't the county, we only tax for the borough. Okay? We've been to this for years.
okay,
It was a 42%
It's not,
tax.
this is
It
not
was.
that conversation. So do you have a second here? Come on, guys.
need a second.
I'll second it.
There we
Second
go.
by Hank. Roll call vote, Gordy, yes.
You're supposed to
Bob?
vote last,
Absolutely
Yeah.
first.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Michelle absent, Cleo,
I don't know if it was 42, but it was a lot.
Yes.
It was not.
It was
Cindy?
fine. No,
okay, Hank,
Yes.
it was fine. It was
Mansell?
fine.
No.
We could have been fixing things and getting things
tax
done.
rate.
Now, we're gonna beg, borrow,
Pass.
and steal to get paid
Okay.
for $400.
I need to put on the agenda,
Can we go over this first?
Lower the tax.
The transfer of funds?
oh, excuse
That we
me.
skipped?
We need some documentation on that. We don't
That
have any
transfer of funds is
documentation.
the 28,000?
10,
What do you mean you
That
don't have
died.
documentation?
That died, we didn't have a second on it.
Apex,
Huh?
We didn't have a
Died.
second on it.
secretary, and all these
On
other.
the 28,000?
But we got enough money by the
It
way.
died.
I think she was looking at.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm talking about the transfer of funds
On this December fifth?
Here, the treasurer's report,
On this one here?
yes,
Yeah. We don't have any documentation on that.
what do you mean?
Transfer from this is back in,
You're back a couple years ago,
no,
payroll.
she's talking about to pay the bills this month.
I'm talking about back to the treasurer's report, we need to transfer the due to,
Oh.
due from,
What page is on that?
Yeah,
Where's that paperwork?
I saw it.
10 pages here, 12 pages.
it should be towards the front. of
This-
the
this one here?
packet.
Why?
yeah, one from the authority? You said,
Yeah,
yeah, we don't have,
what do you mean you don't have the documentation?
we need to transfer money today. Why are we don't need to transfer 41,000 or 53,000 or 114,000. I don't know what, from water sewer to general fund is $4,292. I don't have any documentation on any of
Yes,
this.
you
Yeah,
do,
what
it's
is
right
it,
here, all your transactions
We
are
all
right
got it.
here. You got your profit and loss, your balance sheet. Keep in mind that the borough was paying, for the first 6 months, everything.
Oh, this year?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Where,
don't,
okay, these are these numbers of the 4142?
yes,
Okay. But where's the one for the,
Mr. Chilson, there is no more water authority
where's the one for
since
like
I've been here.
99,000? This is dated back to 2021?
For $450,000.
What?
So it's
That we put back in the.
Yeah, right
The
here.
memo 2019 auto December,
no, that's not, you see the 99,000, but it's the 41,170.
No, 40, so that doesn't even use that.
the 40,
Transfer from the,
That was from the prior, the 2020 audit, which Vicky is working now with the auditor
Oh, yeah.
that's doing the 2021. So and nothing was moved over from the 2020 audit, which should have been. And then the 41,000 include payroll checks that were written out of the borough account that should have went to the water sewer.
no.
Aren't you paying Penn York Accounting to handle this before you came, before Dana came in, and before you came, wasn't Penn York Accounting supposed to be handling all this?
No.
Isn't Penn York
No.
Accounting still supposed
No.
to be handling all this?
needs approval to transfer from water.
Dana, are you performing
I
treasurer?
understand this before.
No,
The numbers are
I-
pretty large.
Yeah.
So
I
who's
do
performing
This-
treasurer?
a lot
this
of,
number here
a
is
lot
the
of it,
number.
but she's still there. And she actually is the one that gave me these numbers today.
Well, this one
saying
here
that-
is
But more
4,100.
importantly, she
This
says
is
that
current.
it's supposed to be done.
Okay,
Yes,
I don't have a
Yeah.
problem. but-
Yeah.
and she wanted to get it done by the end of the year.
And what were these numbers again?
Ask her. Dana,
That,
this one here, the 4142, as of November 30, 22 transaction by account, Lawrenceville Borough Water and Sewer. Like these library supplies,
yeah, so
Amazon,
those are all like from the credit card that comes from a water and sewer account.
the credit card money,
So, and it was spent on things
okay, so that money
for the
needs to go,
borough,
that
that
money,
needs to go to the
back-
borough. Yes, yeah, back to the borough.
okay, but who paid for that?
What do you mean, who paid for that?
You said the credit card. And the credit card's in the borough name or water authority name?
There is no water authority. Get it out of your mouth.
The
Well, if there's
borough.
no water authority, but how come we're still using the water authority accounts?
Are you?
I don't know, but I mean,
Because
if
that's
you,
fraud.
if you're
Part-
using
If
that,
water
Part-
authority
Part-
doesn't
Part-
if
exist,
you're using
No.
that account and spending money for the borough, then it needs to come out of the water and go to the borough.
Okay, so you're telling me the library supplies came out of what account?
The credit card account.
And that credit card is paid by the borough,
No, that
Paid by the
credit card is paid by the water, yes.
by the water, so the money needs to go to the water, not to the borough.
No,
why would they pay for it twice? If the water department has already paid for it with the credit card, correct?
Right, but you don't have anywhere in the accounting and the water sewer to put that in. It needs to go over to the borough where it belongs.
needs to go to the borough.
Yes.
So, I think we have to table this and find out exactly. Yeah.
All right, yeah, fine.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna table that, I don't understand that. But we're good with the money we transferred today,
Yes,
okay,
yes, it
solved.
has nothing to do with
okay,
this.
all right, okay. Herb rental, utilizing the borough office and additional credit card. I need a motion to put that on the
Additional
agenda,
credit card.
under new business.
What credit card?
We
I
need
make a motion to
Why?
put that on the agenda.
herb rental, utilizing the borough office and another credit card.
Okay. What do we utilizing the borough office for?
Right now, we're only utilizing about 25% of it, and we need to rearrange the borough office to where we're using 100% of it.
How would you be
So
using
for
100%
duties.
of it?
You're saying for
So I
me.
need a motion to put that on the
See,
agenda.
we don't even know what you're talking about.
Well,
You're not making it make sense.
I'll make a notion, we
make motion.
That the agenda.
Motion for what?
Leo, when things don't make
Need a
sense, why is
second.
that your go-to?
I made a motion.
Why?
So
Need a
you-
What
second.
do we do with it, the borough office?
What are you gonna do with it?
We're gonna utilize 100% of the building instead of only the
By
office.
doing what?
Wow.
Yeah, what are we gonna use it for?
Well, after, we'll
That's
tell
fine.
you when we get it on the agenda,
That's not how
okay?
this
It's not on the agenda now, okay?
You-
Roll call
you should be
vote, President,
discussing
yes?
it with your
No,
council
not.
members.
Bob?
They're voting to put it on the agenda.
Okay, Michelle, absent.
Hey,
Leo?
your rights are not violated in this meeting at all?
Cindy, you want it on the agenda or not?
No.
Okay, Hank,
Yeah.
Mansell,
No.
okay, it's on the agenda, okay. We have a contract here with Herb
Who seconded that?
to,
You
Yeah, I
don't.
did.
You have
Yeah.
no contract here with
Yeah.
Herb. This space
I made
is
the motion,
donated
you
to
seconded.
you. I'm happy to interject because that's a
Can-
bold-faced lie.
Can-
That's a
I
bold-faced
have a
Can you find out,
contract,
please?
hey, hold it,
Have-
I have a contract here with Herb.
in January. Be
It's right here.
specific. Tell
It's right
these
here.
people
Right-
the
it's
truth.
right here.
In January.
It's right here.
In January. It doesn't start now.
Well, we're gonna
This-
approve
this-
it.
Your dictatorship in here ends.
Anybody wanna look at the
Alright.
contract with Herb on using
Why,
this?
why are we using the borough? I mean, the fire hall?
Fire hall doesn't have
Not an
windows.
Did you
What's
ask
the
them?
date
Yes.
that starts?
Yeah.
Did you
They
provide
said no.
that to the public since you're signing
Well, that's the fire
contracts
department. I
again
don't-
without
You
your
talked to
whole
them.
council?
Yeah, they
They
said
were
they,
gonna
they
pull
said
out
they,
their truck.
they said they don't have room for us to have a meeting there.
Are you kidding?
On the truck bill.
Maybe that is.
Okay, they use all the bays.
Yeah. But they're gonna pull them out and use bingo.
Well, no.
They can't pull a truck out to have a meeting?
You go talk to them.
You talk to them.
Yeah,
He did.
Cancel.
I did.
They don't want
I
to-
can actually address that because,
Can Read the proposal here before is about.
it relates
Maybe
to
you
the,
should try to tell the truth once in a while.
it relates to the fact that the fire department, because of changes in the code, there's significant limitations as to the public being and gaining access to the bays where the fire apparatuses are being stored. There's no place in that building that would separate the borough council.
There wasn't any before.
At least there was a meeting room.
Dana, when that agreement gets to you, we're gonna see the agreement.
The agreement with Herb is,
I'll read it myself, Mr. Chelsea, there's no reason.
is $100 per meeting and $100 for a special meeting. And it starts January 1st, 2023.
How much have you paid Mr. Erb up to this point?
We paid him nothing.
Thank you.
Nada.
Why
What's
did
that
you
got to do
lie?
with the new contract?
You don't have a current contract.
No, I never said we
You sat
did.
right here
Proposed
last month, told
contract.
me
No.
and other members that you paid for this
Proposed
space, that's
contract.
why you can tell me the rules.
Okay.
That you
Okay.
pay for this space and you get to make the rules. But the facts are, you still are making rules and you don't pay for the space. I politely complied tonight, you violated my rights, you violated everybody's rights in
No.
this room, including your fellow
Hey,
council
Hey,
members.
go away, go away.
Go away?
Yeah.
Are you,
Okay.
are you throwing
Go
me
back.
out of the meeting?
Go back to Tioga.
It's not where I'm from, but you
So
know
anyway,
what?
January 1st,
If
2025.
you're removing me from the meeting, Mr. Tilson, please state
Okay,
so.
now I'm telling you right now, you're out of order,
Okay?
okay?
We got business to conduct here, so let's go on.
So basically, we don't have room in the borough office, right? We don't have the fire hall, so what other option is there, right? We have this quote from Herb, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for explaining this. I didn't know.
Well, this isn't complicated.
I didn't know you couldn't get in the fire hall. I mean, it's not complicated. If you don't communicate to us and everybody
Here we are, that's why it's on the.
before.
What was the big secret?
Yeah.
Before, what?
Because
What
you don't
was-
have the
you know,
integrity to
Ron,
have
I had to
members
figure out
together and
bullshit.
not hold a quorum, that's why.
Did you go searching for,
Storytelling.
did you go searching
Storytelling.
for a conference?
Storytelling.
No, you didn't.
No, blame it on us.
Okay.
It's okay. First Amendment
This-
right doesn't apply,
This
is
is
legitimate.
Herb's proposal that he sent to us. We don't have to accept it.
I'm done. I'm
Anyway.
done with the lies, I'm
Need a
done
roll-
with it all.
Need a roll call vote? Or a motion to,
You need a motion first.
we need a motion to accept this agreement with Herb or not accept
It's
it?
not a, it's a month by month,
Month by month, yeah.
month by month.
It basically continues what we have, right?
I'll make the motion.
The fire department is paying now.
Right, other than that.
Wait, the fire department is paying?
The fire department is paid for this rental service of this room until they move back in the fire hall. At that time, they not paid,
Well, I
Okay.
understand that,
okay?
but
And
no.
Herb sent us a contract that we will have to start paying rent starting January 1st. Okay?
No, my ire was kicked up here when you made it sound like the fire department was paying for the borough to have the meeting. That's called a misconception.
Hey, I don't wanna hear it from you,
All right,
okay?
Oh, spare me.
No, yeah.
Did
deal
you
with-
have a motion?
I need a
I
motion.
made a motion.
Cleo
I'll
made a
second.
motion, second by Bob, roll call vote. Corey, President, yes.
I'm supposed to vote last.
Vice President Bob,
Yes.
Michelle absent, Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy absent,
4-0,
Hank?
just call it for what it is.
Yes.
okay, Mansell, no, I'm sure, or
You
absent,
can't
should I
vote
can
for
put
him.
either, okay, vote
Wow.
4-0.
Just for the record, this new guy that we're hiring for plowing, if I see this guy plowing anybody's driveway on this committee, I will pursue it to the end. Period.
We got a,
Who's
Okay,
the plow guy?
utilizing the
First
borough
choice.
office,
First choice.
which would amount to moving the
Oh, yeah.
secretary's office to one of the smaller offices. The office where the, next to the kitchen with the sliding door would handle the filing cabinets. And the police office would be a conference room, and the large room would be for handling borough council meetings. That is now the office, it's only being utilized about less than half of it. That's the proposal.
So what are you gonna do with the old, the office that the secretary currently is in?
That's gonna be a meeting room.
Yeah, that'd be a wonderful place for you guys to actually have your council meetings.
That's what the
Yeah.
purpose
So
of
So
it.
therefore, you shouldn't have to be here.
That's
Well,
right.
We
But
may
it
have
can't
to
happen
do it.
That's why we're
We don't have
taking
to.
it
make a
month by month.
Okay,
It's
motion
kind
made
of
by
ironic
Bob,
that you thought of this.
need a second?
Oh, who made the motion?
I did.
Oh, I second it.
Okay, second, okay. Roll call vote, President, yes. Bob,
Yes.
Michelle, absent, Cleo,
Yes.
Mansell still gone. Cindy Burrows, absent. Hank,
Yes.
Mansell, absent. Pass 4-0. Okay. Second credit card, or I should say debit card, or credit card, whichever way it works. But we have one now, and it's in Bob Penzone's name, and need a second credit card, because it's not always available when we need it for buying diesel fuel or gasoline.
Who's gonna be in possession of that card?
I'm taking names right now. Who wants to have the credit card in their name? take the card, I'll take the card in my name.
The same account, Gordy,
Is that?
the same account?
Same account, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Signs
Need a
contracts
motion
with
to
that
buy a
bit,
second
so
credit card
you might as well pay
and
it.
That
put it
wasn't on the
in the
agenda, was
president's
it?
name.
No, that was added on.
Oh.
Going down.
Who's gonna handle it while you're in Florida?
You can handle it. But the borough, well,
Secretary?
secretary can handle it.
I would say it should be kept at the secretary's office.
That's fine. I don't need it, but we need a second credit card. Need a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Cleo,
Card we kept at the borough office. We just have to regulate when they need it.
you can be there, you can be there
Secretary.
24 hours. I could care less. Okay, need a second?
I'll make the or I'll second it.
Bob, roll call vote. I'm gonna abstain. Vice President Bob,
Yes.
Michelle absent. Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy absent. Hank?
Yes.
Nancy Odell absent. Of members present, vote of the 4 members present, vote is 3-0 with 1 abstention. Motion passes. Okay, public discussion,
Okay.
whatever you wanna talk about.
I would like to know,
This is discussion, not question.
so you're not gonna answer our question?
No, it's discussion time. What do you wanna discuss? Anything you wanna discuss, it's ready to go.
Well, I want to know, you can't have a discussion if you're not allowed to ask anything. You have this fixed, Woody. You know what, this town better be smart enough not to vote anybody that is associated with you into office, because you're gonna ruin our town.
You've already ruined it.
Let's discuss
Are you
the fact
you
that
don't wanna go there.
Gordy is gonna be gone for how
Really
many
don't.
months this year?
I will attend all meetings, I'll be, by telecommunications, I'll be at all meetings.
Well,
She means the
okay,
credit card.
I've never missed a meeting,
but here's the thing,
I don't miss meetings.
here's the thing. You're running the town from Florida, okay? And you're in a phone box or whatever. Last year, I mean, one of the reasons that we're in the mess that we are, the second half of this year, is because you were gone, because I don't believe you and you and so if you go to Florida and you're gone for 4 months, whatever's happening to this town in January, back in April.
Okay, Lucy,
Okay.
listen to me.
I don't wanna hear what you gotta say.
Lucy, now you just said that
I
the
don't wanna
last
hear
half
from
of
you.
last year.
I wanna hear from these guys.
All right.
I don't wanna hear from you, like
Okay,
Chico,
okay.
Bob,
Listen,
Cleo,
hey, I'm
Hank.
gonna tell you right now, I was not the president last year.
It doesn't matter, you still were running things. I think
Catherine Helgamo was the president.
I don't think so.
I guarantee
But you were gone for 4 months and you were
I was
running
gone,
the town.
I was gone 2 meetings, okay? 2 meetings.
Okay,
She was the president.
I
The second
don't
half
wanna
of the
hear from
year.
you. I wanna hear from the other people sitting at that table.
Okay.
What are they gonna do when you're gone? What are you guys gonna do? Cause now, you are the president. Who cares about last year?
Well, you did. You said I ruined the town last
Well,
year.
you did.
I was president, you
You
said.
did. So what, Chico, Bob, Cleo, Hank, come on, what are you gonna do while he's gone?
I'm gonna do the best I can.
I believe you. I believe you. Is he gonna let you?
No.
I don't know that.
Thanks for your honest answer.
Lucy, I mean, I ran the meeting every time he wasn't here.
I know, but what actually got done?
All the
Okay?
business for
we
those
did,
months.
Lucy, we did.
I know,
Bob
but not
conducted
enough,
a good meeting.
And then the important things were still
And-
a problem when he
Lucy,
showed
the
up.
challenges I see is, we got 2 council members that just left.
And why did they leave?
I don't know, but what
you're
I'm trying to get at
frustrated.
is, what I'm trying to get at, we're still here conducting business.
That's
So
a
I'd
good
like
one
for you
there.
to ask
You're
those folks.
Their
comfortable
voting record
doing
for the
that
last year.
without the rest of your council.
And then
the
look at
amendment
your
was
voting
everything.
record from the last year. You voted with Gordy every frickin' time. And,
No, I didn't.
well, okay,
Yeah,
maybe
yes,
one
you did.
time you did. Okay.
Now,
maybe.
what was wrong with that, Lucy?
What do you mean?
Voting in favor of
And why
Way I voted.
why is it that you vote first? You're supposed to vote last according to Sunshine.
Why do you request that they make motions on your behalf?
they don't make any motions on my behalf. They
I
make
don't know how
motions
many
of what's on the
times-
agenda.
You specifically say, I need a motion for Jimmy Joe Carl's bill to get paid. If this is discussion, this is what we should be discussing, is that everyone finds it tyrannical. Everyone finds you tyrannical. Yep.
Okay, and if I don't get the motion, it dies.
It's not up to you. It should be for everyone.
That's
Why
why
is
he's
it
asked-
your
That's
motion?
why I
It
don't
should
make the
be
motion.
their motion, Gordy.
If it was up to
Their
me, I'd make the
motion.
motion.
Their motions, not yours.
Okay.
Do you intend to pay your bill, your water bill?
And I'm
so
gonna
the
check
borough
the
can put that
attendance of
money to
last
use?
year on how many meetings Lucy Losi made.
I don't care. Why are you so worried about last year? Why can't we focus on now?
Well, she was focused on last year.
We're all very focused on now. Y'all keep bringing it back.
But bringing what back?
How do y'all expect
I'm
to
not
move
sure we're
forward?
publicly commenting here.
No, I'm not
So-
sure
no,
we are
I'm-
either. So Lucy had a public comment, that, I've been gone 2 meetings and that, she wants to know what the borough's gonna do with my absence of sitting here when I'm still at the meeting.
What she'd really like to know is why you need a credit card with your name on it while you're in Florida.
He explained that to you.
I explained that to you.
Because the other months when he's here, I'm not always available.
Okay, but he's specifically not gonna be available for 2 months. Why would you order a credit
That-
card now?
Because they'll still use the credit card. It has to be on
Because nobody
somebody's
else
name.
volunteered. He asked for volunteers like you said,
Mhm.
okay?
Okay.
And he didn't get volunteers.
If you needed a credit card, wouldn't someone else volunteer for it? That just seems like
You know,
common sense.
you know,
If
he
Hank
did-
and
he
Cleo
did
think you
ask-
need another credit
Okay.
card, Hank,
He did
should
ask for
volunteer.
volunteers.
I don't wanna be
If you
responsible
found a
for,
use.
I don't wanna be responsible for
As
a
the
credit card.
borough cannot have a credit card in their name, it's gotta be an individual.
Yep.
I understand that.
Well, then what's the argument?
How come you're the only one willing to take the risk, I
Yeah,
guess?
you gotta
Because
ask
Hank
them.
sees it as-
Ask them.
I just
Don't ask
did.
me.
Hank sees it as a risk.
Okay,
He
Hank doesn't want the
liability.
responsibility.
Liability
And
and
A
responsibility.
couple of years ago, other council members expressed the same concern.
Sure.
That was a completely different council.
If my business looked like your business,
In my
I wouldn't
name,
want a credit
I
card in
chose
its
to
name
take the risk.
either.
I chose to take the risk, so that's your opinion, okay?
Yeah.
And another thing is, Bob requested to have his idea to have a second credit card,
Okay.
all
Because
right?
I'm not always available.
Not always available. I had to drive to Corning today to get the credit card from him, okay?
Who's gonna be the treasurer? Why don't they have a credit card? The next
Well,
secretary.
then that's fine. I don't
Or
have a
Dana
problem with that.
Christine,
But the
bless your
treasurer
heart.
is, the
Huh?
treasurer is
The
20
treasurer-
miles west of here.
Christine,
Yeah.
who the
No, I'm not.
secretary is.
No, I'm staying.
I don't,
So, anyway,
I mean, I don't need the credit card in my name. I won't even have the credit card. The credit card will be in the office.
With the secretary?
Well, with whoever the secretary is, or whoever's in the office. You know, when we put the credit card in Bob's name, there was no issue.
nobody else wanted to do it.
I didn't wanna do it, no. Okay, but, I run to Corning today to get the credit card to, buy diesel fuel and fuel and gasoline for the equipment. And while I was in Corning, I bought, about four key copies at, Home Depot, for the borough. And I didn't have the credit card, so I just paid for them.
You bring those receipts back to Dana, she reimburses you like a normal human
I
being.
don't get reimbursed for anything.
You
Zero.
can, and you probably
Okay.
do, because you say a lot of
Hey,
lies, and I don't
whoa,
believe
I said I don't get reimbursed for anything. Zero.
Out of your pocket.
That's right.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
You stand by that?
I don't know.
So if I go down to her office and
Yeah.
I request any invoice receipts directly to you for
Yeah.
reimbursement, how about that generator you went and paid for?
I bought that generator, and I
Yeah.
sold that generator.
Because the borough ended up not agreeing to it,
No,
so
the
you
borough-
went
borough
footed the bill and
voted
got
it- voted
stuck
it
with
down.
it.
The borough never bought the generator,
The
period.
borough, they
Correct.
voted it down.
Yes,
I bought
because
it
you
and
made
we sold it.
decisions without them. This is what we're trying to
Whoa,
get
whoa,
down
whoa, whoa,
to.
whoa. What decision did we make
You
without them about
purchased
a
a
generator?
generator under the presumption that everyone was gonna vote it through for you and it
No.
failed.
No.
Well,
They had the
They
first
had
opportunity.
their opportunity, just like every other council member, and they refused to go up there and look at it. We explained them the situation.
Yeah, you should be exempt from tax for fuel and everything, all that too. So if you're not taking those
What's he
steps
talking about
to-
now?
The
Yeah,
fact that you guys have no idea how to run a business and you're up here taking these good, hard working people's monies and you don't know what's in the bills. You say yourself, I don't know what's
in the
inside
bills?
these bills. Yes.
What?
Microphone and camera don't lie, Gordy. What do you think
Tell
I
me
do when
what's
I
the-
leave here. I go home and I listen to
I
you.
apologize.
You should
Thank
listen to you. It would be
Alright,
very eye-opening.
Any other public discussion?
I have one.
Yeah, go for it.
I see the phone booths are tipped over again.
Yeah. They belong to the phone company on
I
private
understand
property.
that, I understand that, but I live in the trailer park, and there's been an issue where individuals have been walking up to the fronts of trailers, pounding on them. I've also seen, it seems to me that it's a group of young kids, and when I say young kids, I'm saying
16, 18.
not even that old,
Okay.
younger than that. There's 3 of them that run together. I've seen, cause they pounded on my trailer, I walked out and opened up the door, watched them pound on somebody else's trailer. I've also seen them in the, Family Dollar. I was in there one day and a rubber ball went zipping by my head. I don't know who these kids are, but are we looking to kinda get an idea who they are? I mean,
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think they're doing.
I got an idea of them. I got an idea.
Well, yeah, I got an idea too, but I don't know who they are. And,
I know the things.
maybe if you know who it is, maybe we can have a discussion with them and get them to stop. I mean, you got a lot of elderly people in the park that are scared to death when somebody pounds on the front of their trailer. And they pounded on mine one night, and I walked out to the end of the sidewalk and watched them go up the rest of the street, and they stopped and pounded on like 3 or 4 more. So people are concerned about that,
We should be.
and I just wanted to point that out. I assume that it's the same group that's tipping over the phone booths and so on and so forth.
Possibly.
Or the wind.
No, I
Been
know
awful
that
strong
the
winds.
police,
You wanna,
Contact that lady, take the phone bills.
no, what would you like done? You want the mayor to speak with the police department, or?
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, I think it's just kids being,
I know, yeah. I think
Kids.
so too.
I think it's kids being kids, but if they're allowed to do that, as they get older, they're gonna be more daring and do more things, and if we can nip it in the bud and stop it before somebody gets hurt, be advisable, I guess.
Now's the time to stop it,
Exactly, I agree.
or it does get any bigger.
Yeah, because like I said, I've seen this group several times. Like I said, I don't know who they are, but their age range of, I'm guessing 10 to 12, maybe 13 or 14, but.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Yep, yeah.
I have a question, kind of a discussion. The police force, I know we have them part-time, I understand that. Why are they on duty at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning?
We don't do the schedule.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't do the schedule.
We don't do the schedule.
It's the first thing I asked when I took over. It is like, okay, well,
And
what's
Friday
your
nights
schedule?
are
And they
nowhere
don't
to be
share,
seen.
and they
Well,
won't
there's
share
that.
the schedule.
And Friday nights, they're nowhere to be seen.
We don't do the scheduling, and when I've talked to
It's part of that
the
contract.
township, they said they don't have a schedule. They work when they're available. Okay?
I'll talk to Scott a little bit more and see if he can help. us.
Lucy, you had another one?
I got one more thing.
I'm with you, I'm the same problem.
When you were going down through all the agenda items, not, personnel and appointment got skipped over, and so did water and sewer, and,
Water and sewer did not
Well,
get,
I'm not done talking.
I'm
Excuse me.
telling you, water and sewer did not get kicked over. We discussed that earlier in the meeting.
I'm not done. For example, and I don't know everything that goes on here, but, with regarding personnel, where's the new secretary? And what do we, it'd be nice to get updates on some of the things that are important here. Like, where's the new secretary? Are we still looking for a zoning officer? Regarding the water and sewer, I recall, I kind of came up with, the well usage on the person on Route 49, that they opened the well up, and a few months ago, maybe, July or August, when Chico sold his property, people were saying that, somebody, the town might have promised them water, and, that wells were okay, but sewers were probably not, and somebody was gonna research that and get back to us, and they haven't done it. Also, it would be really nice to have an update on the EPA and DEP violations.
That has been turned over to our solicitor. He handles, once they got EPA, DEP, got their lawyer involved, we got our solicitor involved, that takes us out of the loop. They handle it. We tell our solicitor, he tells us that they deal with their lawyer.
And they don't get back to you so that you can get back to us in terms of what the status of these violations are?
I don't think we have any violations right now that are, everything's on hold.
And what about the other things? What about, where's the new secretary, what's the status with the zoning officer? What
The
about
new
the sewers in
secretary is
town?
working with Dana, and she is being trained, and, she's in her 3rd week.
And how many days has she worked in those 3 weeks?
She works, her schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
How many of those weeks did she show up?
How many does she show up?
How many did she show up to?
This week?
All of them, the
She
3
was
weeks.
here every day this week, and she was here every day last week. In the first week, she was sick on Monday and Wednesday.
Why isn't she here tonight?
We don't need 2 secretaries to pay 2
But
secretaries.
she needs to be trained on how to do this. She should be getting trained by Dana right now.
Well, I don't disagree with you, but I don't think we need to pay 2 secretaries to take
You're paying
minutes.
3 attorneys or 4 attorneys for different things.
No, we're paying 2 law firms,
Whatever,
okay, one's assisting the other, okay?
For your mismanagement.
and what about the sewer issue?
What's the sewer issue?
You were gonna check to see if it was legal for people to have them in town.
300 hookups are legal in the town, a sewer.
I know.
I mean, if they follow the ordinance, everything's legal.
Okay, so basically, you can have a well and sewer, or no sewer?
You can have a well and you can have sewer, but you can only use the water out of your well for washing your car, watering your yard, or your
Okay.
garden.
Okay.
And-
Make sure
and
they
no-
have that in the
and-
minutes.
And no deal was struck
It's
between me
been
and my
policy
family.
for
I mean,
40
that's
years.
been there since the 50s.
Well, 50 years. Ever
I
since
just,
water-
I just wanna have that on the record, cause you were gonna get back to us, I'm just.
I never mentioned about getting back to you about anything.
Oh, yes, you did.
No,
Yes, you did.
no,
Yes, you did.
no. Now, I will say one thing.
It's
You
on
said-
video, right?
Yeah. You said earlier in your comment was about Chico selling his property, about
Is the answer.
water and sewer being on that property or whatever. What did you mean by that?
No, that was what was trying to be clarified, was because that was a rumor that was going around.
What's the rumor?
What's the rumor?
Okay, that supposedly maybe, there was some kind of deal, maybe they were gonna get water there, and then you said no, that couldn't happen, or the sewer, or
The
whatever.
water can be there.
The water can be there, but
Yeah.
are there any EDUs?
No, not that I'm aware of.
What happened to, what's this guy's daughter's house?
Also, I found out that Jackson Township sells EDUs. They're $3,600 a piece. Any EDUs that we have are free so far.
But we don't have any.
No.
State regulates.
My point is, it
No,
would be nice to get
DEP
updates on
regulates
things. It would be nice to get updates on things, and then for rumors wouldn't get started.
Rumors
okay?
get started because people like to thrash the borough, okay?
No.
The woman accused Chico of making some kind of deal, and when Chico straightened her out, she didn't show up for 3 meetings. And that was, that kind of, he had enough power with whatever he told her that ended that.
I don't know if that's why she didn't show up.
Yeah.
And-
My point
No
is,
idea.
it would be
But
nice
you
to
had-
get
you
updates
had,
on stuff, that's all.
You let her know. Yeah.
I do have a couple updates that I wanted to say, because I was asked about the mulch. I did contact the lawyer, I spoke with him, and I emailed him over all the stuff that I have. I haven't heard back from him, cause I'm assuming he's busy. But the other thing is, with the, website, that should be up and running hopefully in a couple weeks, so that'd be a good thing too,
Yeah.
What's that?
the website.
Oh, the website.
Mm-hmm.
Would the library be attached to that website?
I can. Yeah, I can do that.
Any other public discussion?
I make a
Motion made by Cleo, I don't believe that needs a second, but
I'll
it
second
does.
it.
Second by Bob. Glory, yes. Bob?
Yep.
Michelle absent. Cleo?
Yep.
Cindy absent. Hank?
Yes.
Mansell absent.
Gordy, could you call wireless?
4
Computers or something?
0 to adjourn.
Computers are all wireless.
And the
Housing security.
budget will be, there'll be an advertisement on the budget. It'll be available for 10 days to be reviewed on the front door of the borough office for all that's interested. And then there'll be a special meeting on the 21st,
No, I thought it was the
19th or
16th, 19th?
yeah, whatever 2 Mondays from now is.
Yeah, 2 Mondays from now.
And to adopt the budget for 2023.
Monday night?
19th.
That's a Monday night?
Well, Mansell knows that, Rich.
So what? So what? Yep, what? What's the problem?
This isn't that payment we have to make out every year.
Yeah,
That's my job. So we have the budget.
she had that with this.
The 2022 budget that will make up for the borough.
That's the one that's stuck there.
I printed it out.
There's really nothing new. We should just stick around today. I usually hang out for like the cleanup and the muxing around. I might just be better off hurrying up and running to get in my car. Good night, ladies. Drive safely.
Job.
Thank you. I was out of line tonight. Advertising costs a shitload of money, and I have to make sure I mark these not for kids, because tonight was definitely not okay for children. I'm not running, but I'm starving. My husband has got chicken and rice, or chicken fried rice. What the heck ever? What? Oh my gosh, I can't even think straight right now. This is the effect, okay? And this is what happens. And tonight went good because a lot of people got to kind of air what we were really thinking and feeling. Yeah. It was a little out of line. Let me just get this unhooked real quick and then get in. That way you guys all know what's who's wandering over here in the darkness.
Yes, I'm wandering over.
Oh, I can't see your face. Remember, I'm still live because I'm alone here. Oh shit, thank you. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Rory, good night, thank you. Drive safely. Oh my goodness, because it is really dark tonight. And I don't know if I told you guys when I got here, the deer were very in that field across the way. Just kind of cramming this in here. And I'm going to start the car. And I'm going to shut the door. I'm not really saying a lot of goodbyes, except for you guys. Okay, you guys, goodbye. And I have no idea what I'm doing. Wandering in the dark. Yeah, I am famous for like doing the wandering dark thing. Alright, the window is like closed and everything is good. Alright, I'm gonna end the feed before it, yep, messes me up and gets me copyright strike in the car. Alright. Thanks, Donna. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you leave comments, or I don't know if you were here. Hopefully, Wednesday I want to do. I was at the Gap project ladies clinic, and I want to share my stuff with you because what she's doing is like super cool, and there's a lot of stuff to it. So I really want to share that with you, and I wanted to be excited for it, and I had to get through this first. So we're through this. Coming up this week, Cat Lady, I'm just calling her the Cat Lady now, and Tioga County Commissioners is next, but we might have Elkland maybe that night. I have to check the calendar and see, but I'm looking at the phone. And you guys, good night. Thank you for sticking it out. 2 hours and 25 minutes of craziness and my big mouth. All right. Thank a veteran. Check on your neighbor. Bring your pets inside. Love you guys.